Well, the days are shorter, autumn is here, and tonight marks the last tune-up of preseason football before teams begin their quest for a league title. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday and a very pleasant good evening to wherever you're joining us from on campus of Righetti High School in beautiful Orcutt, California. We welcome you to game number 6 of the Righetti football season. We're thrilled to have you as tonight the Garces Memorial Rams out of Bakersfield are in town to face off against our Warriors. Alongside my esteemed colleague and elite winemaker, Weston Hamill, my name is Kyle Tognazzini. It's our pleasure to welcome you into the broadcast booth for what I think should be an intriguing matchup here tonight. Weston, first off, happy Friday. Good to have you.
Man, Friday it is. What a night it's going to be, Togs. Our Warriors are 4-1, and I'd like to see how they answer back after a loss to a very, very good AG team last week. Righetti has been rolling all year long. Now, let's see how a little bit of adversity comes into the mix and how they can play after a loss.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Let's start with the Warriors. They come in tonight, like you said, 4-1 record, wins against Santa Maria, Napomo, Lompoc, and Paso Robles. They're a team with aspirations of their first league title in over 15 years and have been very, very tough to stop on offense. That's been one of their strong points so far. If they're going to continue putting points on the board, Weston, who should we expect to see a lot of tonight on the offensive side of football game?
Let me start off with our junior running back, C.J. Hunt. He's looked great all year. He runs the ball hard, but he can also catch the ball out of the backfield in the passing game. Now when we go to receivers, Derek Reynoso and Luis Magana have been the 1-2 punch for these Warriors. Last week, AG did a good job of keeping Reynoso in check. He had 1 reception. We'll see how he bounces back this game because he's been good all year long. And if Garces stops these guys tonight, or if they stop Reynoso tonight, it could give other guys looks in the offense as well. Quarterback's going to be the most important position tonight. It's the most important position in football. That's what plenty of people say. I'm going to go with it, Togs. So if Matawatia or Murguia get going, this team will as well, and they'll look to ride from the quarterback position and get him in rhythm.
You know, you bring up a good point, Weston. I was up at the game last week against Rio Grande. On one hand, the Warriors proved, I think, that they can play with anybody on the Central Coast. On the other hand, obviously they came up short. And like you said, they dealt with adversity for the first time really all season long. A close game, and they had to battle. Obviously didn't come up on the right end, but I think they're excited to get back out here tonight. And really, it's the last tune-up before league. I asked you, if you're Coach Pickett, how do these boys respond tonight? How do they get back into the win column? What's the recipe?
Well, I think it's just about bringing the energy. Talks, when we were here 2 weeks ago, these Warriors came out right from the get-go with fire and blew out Paso Robles by 50 points. So what they have to do tonight is just get back to the basics. Find the offensive identity, find your rhythm. Also, control the time of possession, and also field position will be critical as well. I think in high school football, those two things, we see those playing such key roles. Like, complementary football is one thing, but time of possession and also field position. If you can hold those things more than your opponent, more times than not, you should win.
And last week, AG did a really good job of controlling the time of possession, kind of wore the Warriors team down. They had a lot of guys going both ways, especially on the offensive defensive line. But you brought up a good point, finding rhythm tonight. What's the Warriors' plan under center? Nick Matawatia, I've heard, is starting. What do you expect out of him?
I think he goes out there and does what he has all year, which is just be an accurate quarterback, run the offense with fluidity, but also if he needs to escape the pocket, that's just another aspect in his game and something that the defense from Garces will have to deal with all night tonight.
Let's talk about that Garces team. They make the 2.5-hour trip from Bakersfield over here to Santa Maria. They're winless, a 4-0 or an 0-4 record, and really 0-4, but they played really, really tough competition. Moore Park, San Joaquin Memorial. They lost 7-0 to Paso Robles, so the common opponent there of both the Warriors and them. But Weston, tell me about Garces Memorial High School in Bakersfield. What do you know about that?
Yeah, Garces Memorial is a private Catholic school. Their enrollment is about 500 students. It's a private school, though, so they are able to recruit players. And I ask you, Togs, you watch some on film. what did you see? What are some things that stood out from you?
Well, a couple things. Number one, they're young. Their skill positions, I think they have one senior at the entire skill positions. That's the one thing I noticed. I noticed their quarterback was wearing a knee brace on his left knee. I did not see him warming up tonight. That was Gavin Williams, who took the spots under center last night. But tonight, 26, Sam Gonzalez was warming up. We'll talk a little bit about them in just a second. We're going to head down to the field for the performance of the national anthem performed by our Righetti High School marching band. So let's listen in for that, and we'll be right back. All right, I guess we're not going to do national anthem quite yet. I think we're going to do the fight song. Oh, wait, they just stopped. Just kidding. I apologize. I thought they were going to do the national anthem first, and I think then they're going to come through the tunnel. But right now, I think they're going to do the national anthem. So, again, the Righetti High School Marching Band for the performance of our national anthem. A great rendition of our country's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, performed tonight by the Righetti High School Marching Band. Well done to the band. Welcome into game number 6 of the Righetti football season. It is the Garces Memorial Rams out of Bakersfield to take on, again, our Righetti Warriors as they come through the tunnel. And here they come. And Coach Weston, we were talking about Garces. You asked me what I saw on tape from them. I said I saw their quarterback who struggled with accuracy at times. They like to run a lot out of the shotgun. They like to run 4 wide. They like to run deep. But as I said earlier, their quarterback, I did not see him warming up on the sidelines under the number that he wore last week. So I'm not sure what we're going to see from Garces. If it's the same offense, we'll probably see a lot of spread. But they are young, like I said. Just 10 seniors on the entire roster, and all but one of their skill position are underclassmen, sophomores and juniors. So I expect to see a lot of youth out there, which, you know, who knows what we're going to see. Obviously, they're winless, but again, I mentioned that before. They played a tough schedule, so, you know, anything can happen. It's Friday night. You still got to, you know, suit them up, and you still got to perform out here tonight. So, Weston, with that being said, as we have the captains about to meet at midfield, our segment, the Weston's Ways for the Warriors to Win. You got to bring in my English teaching background and do a little alliteration for you. So give me some ways for the Warriors to win tonight.
All right, yes, we get to get to the segment this time, Togs. All right, let's do this thing. That's a lot of W's in that segment. I like that a lot, Togs. Here's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to drive home a few key points that I want to see from these Warriors tonight. Number 1 being win the turnover battle, okay? And with that being said, if you can create a few turnovers on defense, how to score points on offense the other way. Points off turnovers. If the Warriors can do that, that'll help them in a big way tonight. Another thing is, can the linemen hold up playing both ways from our Warriors? A few guys that I'll point out is Sendejas, Twisselman, and Montano. if they can hold the stamina to be playing offense and defense all night tonight and control the trenches both ways, then I think they got a great chance to win the game if those guys can step up and clearly do what they have done all year, which is do some great stuff on the line.
Absolutely. Jordan Chavez and Vincent Garcia, number 23 and number 70, your senior dedications, your captains here tonight's game. I believe Righetti will get the opening and kickoff. Beautiful night here in Orcutt. Game time temperature 61 degrees. 61 degrees, starting to get that fall brisk in the air. The fog layer has kind of moved out over the coast. Wind is a slight breeze out of the west from the ocean, from your left to right on the screen as you're watching at home. From wherever you're watching, we welcome you into the broadcast booth alongside Weston Hamble. My name's Kyle Tognazini. It's a pleasure bringing you game number 6 here, the Garces Rams versus the Righetti Warriors. And I tell you what, I'm excited, and there's just a new buzz about Righetti football, Weston, and I'm really excited to see how these Warriors bounce back tonight.
Man, it's going to be a lot of fun. And what we've seen already from this coaching staff, too, is they're not afraid to get hyped up, Togs. I've seen these guys already. Last game that we were out here.
And you know what I loved is Coach Blake come into the broadcast booth about 10 minutes before we went on air, wishing us good luck. Man, we love that stuff. So here we go. We got Sam Gonzalez is going to kick it off. Back team to receive for the Warriors is going to be Derek Reynoso and Thomas Harris, number 5 and number 3. Kick is off, and that's going to go to Reynoso, but it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Under center tonight, starting at quarterback, Nick Matawatia, the junior transfer. And I tell you what, Coach, a lot of ceiling in this guy. I want to see him get into a rhythm here. I want to see Coach Pickett get him a couple easy completions right away. And I tell you what, this guy is about to explode. That's my prediction for tonight.
That's a prediction that I enjoy a lot, Dogs. If that comes to fruition, hey, I'm down with that as well.
The Warriors are going to start with C.J. Hunt in the backfield. They're going to have Luis Magana in the slot left, Derek Reynoso wide to the left side of the field, and Caden Veeker wide right. Wide splits once again for the Warriors. Warriors are going to be a handoff to C.J. Hunt. Cuts it up the middle, and he's tackled on the play by Andres Sanders, the outside linebacker for Garces, after a gain of about 2.
And off goes the number juice. Pick up a 1 play. Right down by Thacker.
So 2nd and 9 for the Warriors. C.J. Hunt last week, Weston, I got to say, he got a lot of touches later in the game. Coach is going with him here early, and he's a guy that can really do, like you said, I want to see what he can do out of the backfield, both throwing and in the passing game. That pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage by Jack Frolich. So a 3rd down and long here, early here for the Warriors.
That was a good play by the defender there. I like how they're trying to get Matawatia out of the pocket early, try and get him some quick, easy throws as well. Get him moving, though. Get him into a rhythm.
They're going to wind up trips right as Veeker, Reynoso, and Magana will line up to the right side of the field. C.J. Hunt in the backfield in the shotgun with Matawatia. Matawatia dropping back. It's a screen pass. There he is. There's C.J. Hunt. He's got some space, and he will get the 1st down. A great play call. They run everybody to the right side. They throw the screen pass. There he is on the money. C.J. Hunt, just like we predicted.
It's a great play call. And a great job by the lineman, too, staying back. And then once C.J. Hunt caught the ball, boom, green grass ahead of him.
Was there a penalty on the play that we missed, Weston? I swear, we always do this. Nope, they're going to waive off the penalty.
Okay.
So the Warriors are going to get that 1st down. I was wondering why the chains hadn't moved, and we get so wrapped up into talking to each other that we always miss the penalties. At least I do. I know that.
Yeah, I didn't catch that one either. I didn't see a penalty.
So the chains are going to reset. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Wide splits once again for the Warriors, this time into the pistol formation. Handoff is left side to Hunt. Hunt cuts back inside. He's going to have 6 yards and gets out to the 41-yard line. Good run there by C.J. Hunt. Hey, Coach, I got to say, a couple position switches. Nathan Matano moves out to right tackle, and Troy Fernandez will be the center tonight. So a little bit of switch there on the offensive line.
Okay, we'll see how the line complements each other with that lineup. It's great to have a line that can be out there the whole time all year, but sometimes you just got to make do.
Matawatia drops back. No, he's going to hand it off to Hunt. Hunt follows his blockers. There's a flag on the play. I saw that one. Brought down at midfield, but in the area of holding, as it was thrown behind big number 56. Look at you, Alejandro, getting the flag icon out here on the play on the scoreboard. Oh,
Well done.
Man. I got to love it.
This kid ate his Wheaties this morning. Alejandro's on it.
He is on it. Holding penalty is called against the Warriors. If you don't know who Alejandro is by now, he is our right-hand man. He runs the camera for us and does the scoreboard at the same time. So that scoreboard you're seeing on the screen, he's doing that all manually, and we greatly appreciate him. And he's even got the flag icon working. Look at this guy. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. No, it should be 1st down, I believe.
I believe it's 2nd because, you know what, you might be right.
We'll find out soon enough. Regardless, we're going to go shotgun formation here. Magana Reynoso lined up to the left. Matawatia rolls to the left side. He's going to drop back. He's got a man. Oh, he had a step, but a good route there by Luis Magana, and that's incomplete. That's tough, Coach. Rolling left against your body, and you're throwing that ball 30 yards downfield. That's a really tough throw for a quarterback to make.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a tough ask, especially with decent coverage on the play as well, trying to fit that into a window.
So, just as they were a few plays ago, 3rd down and 9 for the Warriors. Hunt in the backfield. Handoff is to Hunt. Hunt bounces it outside to the right, but he's not going to get anywhere. Good play there by number 9. That's Jack Froelich again for the Garces Rams. And it'll be 4th down.
Brings up 4th down for the Warriors.
So gain of 1, and the Warriors are going to have to punt here as they run out. New punter tonight. Joe Castillo, the normal kicker and punter for the Warriors, is hurt. He's out with an injury, so we're going to have David, our foreign exchange student from Spain, out kicking and punting. He just goes by David. Just, you know, those soccer guys, just one name. I love it. David's going to handle business tonight. Good snap. Punt goes up, low, spiraling ball. It's caught by the up man. And that would be Isaac Encinas who makes the play. And good field position for this Garces Rams team who's really desperately looking for a win, Coach.
Right, starting off with no wins on the year. As a Warriors team, Talks, you got to expect that these guys are going to come out firing for their first win on the road here.
So Sam Gonzalez is going to be the quarterback to start this game. A different quarterback than we saw last week on film with Gavin Williams. Not sure what happened. Obviously, we don't get the injury report for both teams, but we will see that. The tailback is going to be Colby Dilly. Dilly has been their primarily runner for Garces so far. And that's going to be an encroachment penalty called against Aiden Randolph, number 22. And it'll be 1st and 5 for the Garces offense. So already into Warriors plus territory. It'll be spotted at the 47-yard line. And, Coach, you talked about that disciplined football, avoiding those penalties, and especially now when you got the ball into their territory.
Already early for the Warriors with 2 penalties.
So Warriors going to go with 2 down linemen. They have 8 defensive backs on the field here right now. Let's see what kind of adjustments they're going to make here at the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, throwing, and that ball is incomplete. That was intended for Emmanuel Martinez, the junior wide receiver. So Sam Gonzalez's first pass is incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
I don't know, Talks, 3 down linemen to go with a pass on that play. I could have seen Audible being
The run play, yeah, absolutely.
audible to a run there for sure. And throwing in that much traffic. Yeah.
That's one of what Coach Pickett's plans, talking with him this week was, to give our defensive and offensive line a break. They're going to try to go with a little bit more defensive backs here. Here's the run play like we called, and that play is Dilly, and Dilly is brought down on the play and that's Ruben Ramos who makes a good play. It'll be 3rd and a yard from the 43-yard line in what would be probably 4-down territory if you're Garces.
That makes it 3rd down and 1 for the Rams.
So Montano comes in. He's going to get his hand in the dirt, I would assume. So they're going to probably have 4-down linemen here, or at least 3. Garces trying to use that quick count. They didn't get the Warriors to jump off sides that time. So 3rd and 1 here. They're going to ride 4 wide. Single back is Dilly. That's going to be a false start penalty, I believe. Delay of game penalty called against Garces. So 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and 6, a big penalty for the Rams. Looks like that kind of prototypical offense, Coach, where you get up to the line of scrimmage pretty quickly and you get the play call from the sideline. Maybe if the coach doesn't like it, you check to something else. So you should see, I would assume, a lot of kind of, trying to get the Warriors to jump off sides tonight, just like they're doing.
Right, if you're going to get up to the line of scrimmage that early, I can see the hard count being in play.
So 3rd and 6 from the 48-yard line. 4 receivers for the Rams. Dropping back. Gonzalez looking to the left side. Now scrambling right. He's got some space if he wants it. He's going to head forward. He's brought down by Aiden Finley, but I believe he has enough for the 1st down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Garces Rams. A good run there by Sam Gonzalez. Really, wide receivers just flushed everybody out, and he had some space there on the right side.
Right, and that's something that you got to take into as a factor for the Warriors. If this QB can run, then you got to contain these edges.
So the Rams back into the shotgun with 4 wide once again. Try to get the Warriors to jump off. Soft coverage there on the outside. They're going to run in the middle. Dilly up the middle. He's brought down by Vance Abercrombie. Abercrombie, good tackle there. The senior captain, the middle linebacker. There, it'll be a gain of a yard. And I was supposed to say a very happy hello to Grandma Karen for Vance. She's watching from Bakersfield, ironically. She's not here tonight, but Vance wanted to say a happy hello to you, Grandma Karen, and to remind everybody that Vance is the favorite grandchild, apparently. I cannot confirm or deny that fact, but Grandma Karen, glad you're with us.
Wow. I don't know if that's the case, but we'll go with it, Vance. Right on cue with a great tackle.
Dropping back left side with some pressure. That is going to be, incomplete. That was tipped, and Amba almost had that. But good pressure on the left side by Ruben Ramos and number 41, that's Achilles Nsakos on the left side, and the line just did not shift over to get that blitz. And talking to Coach Blake today at school, he was saying, I'm going to blitz.
Oh, all right. Well, Coach Blake, I think 3rd and long right here. I could see another blitz being dialed up right now.
So 3rd down and 9. Trips left formation. Single back is Dilly. Dropping back, looking to the left side, looking for Dilly. That pass is going to be, is that incomplete? I believe it hit the ground, and it did. There is there a penalty marker? I believe there's a penalty marker on the far side of the field. At least the officials are talking here. Yeah, I do see it. It's dim over there, right about the line of scrimmage. So illegal formation is going to be called against the Garces Rams. I would assume they're going to decline that. So it'll be 4th down and 9. But again, weird kind of down and distance here. You're not going to kick this field goal, and probably still not going to punt. You can see them going for this right here, Coach.
Man, that's a tough decision. And judging on their last few plays, I'm not seeing really any real momentum to go for it here.
And then here comes the personnel shift. They may they better hurry up because I think they could get another delay of game penalty. But they're going to run the punt formation on. They have 10 on right now. Now they have 12, I believe. Yeah, there we go.
That's
Minus
right.
1. Now it's 11. Hey, I can still count and do math.
Nice.
So Harris back deep to receive. The punt is off, and it's going to be an end-over-end kick angled towards the sideline. Probably best letting that go into the end zone if he can. Does he get that into the end zone? It is. Yeah, so a touchback. Just really not a good job on special teams there by Garces. Could have pinned them deep in inside the Warriors' own territory, but that ball just kept rolling and ended up a touchback.
That was very close to being down at the 1, but that was just a line drive punt and really had no chance for your Gunners to go down that ball.
You're noticing a ton of cheerleaders here on the part. Our cheerleaders have not spawned and created more. This is just our cheer camp that's gone on this week. 70-something cheerleaders from all over the area, and you see the pom-poms like crazy. This is nuts. It's distracting from up here.
It
but
very much
hey,
is.
I love to see him out here.
This is amazing. Look at all this noise, too.
Matawatia hands it off to Reynoso. Reynoso doesn't have a whole lot. He's tackled by Cooper Boyd, the junior defensive tackle. And the Warriors really, having a tough time finding these chunk plays here so far.
They are, and you know what? I like their decisions to go a little halfback off tackle here because they have had a few decent 5-6 yard runs early. One got called back for penalty.
They go single high safety, and they have a lot of guys, in the box. I could see them start to air this ball out quite a bit. Backside Matawatia. Oh my gosh, Reynoso just dropped it. He had space and pay dirt there. He could have maybe went to the house. He had a lot of space, and that ball is incomplete. That's a missed opportunity for the Warriors.
That was just dialed up at the right time, too. Two wide receivers go up for the fade route, Reynoso for a good slant, but you can see there, Reynoso took his eyes upfield just a split second before that ball got there. Got to keep your eyes on that ball.
So Amba's in the backfield this drive with Matawatia. 3 receivers here to the left side. Matawatia drops back. He's going to look to the left side. He's got a post over the middle. Oh, he throws it on the target, but that is not caught. That's Thomas Harris, who ran a nice post pattern. Matawatia put that ball on him. And good coverage there. Give Garces Rams credit there. That ball was a well-thrown football, but both offenses here struggling early.
Right. And also, if they're going to get single coverage over here on these trip formations, air that ball out. The way Matawatia is throwing the football, very accurate, very clean. I'm okay with that. We just need some plays, some receivers to haul the ball in.
So David back on to punt for his second time tonight. Long snapper is Roman Harney. The snap is good. David punts it, a good punt this time. He's going to land at the 50-yard line. Number 1, MBB on the return. And I think Keegan Brennan might have made that tackle there, number 21 on special teams. So another good field position starting here for the Garces Rams. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. So, Coach, we're 7 minutes into this game, or just about. What's your initial reaction here? Initial thoughts?
Well, I'm surprised on how good Garces is playing football as a team that doesn't have a win yet. I mean, they're playing very tough football, not giving the Warriors much space on offense.
Dilly hands off, but he's met by big 2-2. That's Aiden Randolph. Good tackle there for a gain of 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Like I said, Coach, 0-4 is 0-4, and I get that. But I tell you what, they played Moore Park. They played Paraclete, a private school out of Lancaster who's always very good. And they played San Joaquin Memorial out of Fresno, another really good team. And obviously Paso Robles is the one where I'm like, okay. But still, they've played a solid competition. Going deep this time. That pass is going to be complete. That is Lawrence Wallace, number 5, who that ball was underthrown by Sam Gonzalez. He just put his foot in the dirt, stopped, and made a good catch there, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Garces Rams.
It's a great job tracking that ball down from Wallace. Our DB on the far side just lost track of the ball once it was in the air.
So it'll be 1st and goal at the 1. It's going to be a quarterback read, but that's going to be Abercrombie. Hits him initially. No, excuse me. That's Achilles Sinsakos, 41 with a tackle for a loss. He'll get credit for the initial contact. And of course, on cue, we got Aunt Amy's food delivery already. It's the first quarter. I got to sit here and smell that all quarter, and then next quarter before I dig in. Coach, I'm about to throw the headset on Alejandro.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, me and Alejandro will take over from here, Togs. Man, right on time.
So 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Gonzalez is going to hand it off. And that's going to go for a Garces touchdown. Daniel Newsom on the 4-yard touchdown run. Garces leads 6-0. There is a penalty marker on the field, however.
I believe it was thrown right as he celebrated by doing a Gronk spike into the end zone.
You're right, Coach. You got that right. They're asking Coach Pickett right now if he wants that penalty enforced on the kickoff or right now on the extra point, and I probably will take it on the kickoff is my guess. Did he do the Gronk spike? I'd have to go on the replay.
He did. He did. I don't know if it was as thunderous as Gronk, but he made a statement with that spike.
Hey, Gronk spikes, I tell you what. They're something special. I don't think anybody really does it better.
No, I mean, and every time, too, the ball's going to fly up 20 feet in the air.
And Sam Gonzalez also will be the kicker, and his extra point is good. So 4:24 left to play in the first quarter. Garces takes a surprising 7-0 lead here in game number 6. So Daniel Newsom, I believe, yes, Daniel Newsom, number 23, on the 4-yard touchdown run for the Garces Rams. So, Coach, Warriors got to answer.
Yeah, Warriors do got to answer. Got to show some. Well, they haven't even made it to midfield yet, so they got to show some fight on the offensive end. Garces has been playing real good complimentary football so far. I'm impressed by how they're playing.
So the 15-yard penalty is what they'll mark off here. So instead of kicking the ball off from the 40-yard line, they'll kick from the 25. That should really help the Warriors.
It's time, put your man, woman, and child on your feet. Let's get this place rocking.
So Sam Gonzalez on to kick off for the Garces Rams. Back deep to receive is Reynoso and Harris. They stand about the 20-yard line. Gonzalez, line drive kick. That'll be an offsides, I think, on the kicking team. So we'll do it again, this time move back even further, probably to the 20-yard line. And this could prove very, very good for the Warriors special teams. If they can get their offense started into plus territory, I think you're going to start to see this Warrior team start to roll.
You have to take advantage now, Togs, with that penalty and now adding another 5 yards. Got to make something happen from special teams. Expect a big return.
So we'll do it again. Garces Rams score first. They're up 7-0. 4:24 left to play in the first quarter. Welcoming you in. If you're just joining us, Garces in the all-whites with their gold helmets. The Warriors black tops, white pants, and white helmets. Here we go. Kickoff from the 20-yard line due to 2 penalties. And Gonzalez tees it up, kicks it away, and it's going to be Harris from about the 20-yard line. Harris across the 30, now to the 40, across the 45, and he's going to get down across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Very good field position there for the Righetti Warriors. And let's see what Coach Pickett does. Is he going to stick with Matalatia? Is he going to go to Gilbert Murguia at quarterback? We'll find out here shortly. It's going to be Matalatia for the third drive here. And I think Coach Pickett just feels like he wants to get these guys in rhythm, and I don't blame him. Let's get these guys going and a couple passes here and start getting the first down, put the first down together. Good blocking, C.J. Hunt. That's one way to go. C.J. Hunt just goes. And big 71, Troy Fernandez levels and pancakes the defensive line. I love to see that. Good blocking there, left side, and absolutely good job there by C.J. Hunt. First down for the Righetti Warriors.
Just a great job by the old lineman, Togs. You can see 54, Ryan Twisselman, really set the edge and push the DN in, and just so much space for C.J. Hunt to go outside edge.
Matawatia hands off again to the left side. C.J. Hunt going inside the 30-yard line. Another 9-yard gain by C.J. Hunt, the Warriors' leading rusher.
My goodness, Ryan Twisselman just pushed back the defender about 20 yards on that play, Togs. Are you kidding me? These linemen are ready to roll.
Hey, keep feeding them. Keep feeding the big boys and let them roll. No reason to change it up now.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a third straight run play to this left side, Togs. I mean, already 2 good runs.
Braden Amba into the backfield now replaces Hunt. Into the shotgun. Handoff is to Amba. He's got space. Can he get by the defender? 10, 5, touchdown. Braden Amba, 29-yard touchdown run. And the Warriors are within 1.
Wow, Amba's got some speed. Just like that, 3 run plays, all for very good yardage. And that last one, just boom, fireworks.
And I tell you what, they crowded the box. There's a lot of guys there at the line of scrimmage, and the big boys up front, they countered that, and he found some space, and he didn't have a whole lot. He squirted out to the right. I think that play was meant to go left. He found a hole in direct route to the end zone. A great run there by Braden Amba. David for his first PAT attempt. It is good. So the Warriors answer right back, and the score tied at 7 here with 3:08 left to play in the first quarter. An entertaining game, like we called it, Coach. So far, good defensive play, good offensive drives by both teams, and we're all knotted up here.
This is just good football, Togs. You got 2 good football teams going after it. Back-to-back touchdowns. Righetti with a great way to answer the alarm there. Man.
So the fight song plays, and the cheerleaders are all in perfect unison tonight. As David's going to tee it up at the 40-yard line and kick it off to the Garces Rams. A good kick fielded at the 10-yard line. That is Beebe to the left side. Beebe runs. He's got space along the left sideline. He's got one man to meet. That might be a penalty, but he's going to go if this stands. 10, 5, touchdown Garces. And I don't think there's any flags on the field. Garces, Beebe with a 90-yard kick return for a touchdown.
What a return. Bounces it out to the left side, gets a few great blocks down on the sideline, and just has to make one defender miss.
I said a block on the back because I was watching through binoculars, and it looked like one of the Warriors defenders got blocked there and pushed from behind, but obviously not called on the play, and it goes for 6. MBB, junior, position says athlete here on the Max Preps roster, 5'11", 170-pound junior. And what speed there on the left side. Gonzalez's kick is good. So, the Warriors tie it up, short-lived, immediately return for a touchdown. Garces with 2:53 left to play in the first. Garces leads 14-7.
And all of a sudden, we have points galore, Togs. Within the last, minute and a half, that's 3 touchdowns on the board? Wow. I'm not sure if I can keep track of all this.
The over is starting to look a little bit better than it did to start the game. Obviously joking.
That's why I won't bet, because if you could be so sure of how a game's going, and then just like that, the script is flipped.
At the end of the day, it's high school football, Wes. Nothing should surprise us anymore, yet every week, something does happen. I tell you what, I was watching the JV game earlier, and it was a blowout. Righetti won. And I kid you not, this drive went to the opposite 30-yard line and somehow ended at their own 30-yard line. Garces did. It was like a shift of 40 yards in the matter of 3 plays. I've never seen anything like it. It was nuts. But
I mean, that's
again,
just hard to picture that being realistic, Talks. But wow.
So Sam Gonzalez tees it up at the 40-yard line. This kick is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So good leg there. Sam Gonzalez kind of do it all. He plays quarterback, can also boom in on the kicks. I mean, good little player so far.
Yeah, as a quarterback, Gonzalez has a great leg.
So the Warriors will begin their drive at the 20. Gilbert Murguia now heads out for his third drive. I got to say, Coach, Matawati got in a rhythm there. They scored on his drive. Now they're going to give the ball to Gilbert Murguia. Let's see what they do. Your thoughts?
It's an interesting approach, Dogs, but I would think that putting Murguia in there, they're still going to commit to the run. After running 3 straight run plays on their last drive and scoring a touchdown, I don't see anything otherwise.
That's going to be Murguia as he boils his way forward. Gilbert Murguia, his best Tim Tebow impression out to the 35-yard line. And that's just something, the added element that Gilbert Murguia brings. There is a penalty marker on the play, however. But that's just an added element, like we said, with Gilbert Murguia, that he's a guy that can run the football hard. Sideline warning is going to be called against the Garces Rams, so that should just be a warning to start off with. Second time will be a penalty. But, Coach DeBlunt Point, in order for this offense to go, and talking to Coach Pickett, the quarterback run threat has to be on the table. And they're at their best when their quarterback, whether it's Matawati or whether it's Murguia, can run the ball effectively. And right there we saw Murguia do a really good job of his run.
That's a great point. It gives the defense another variable to have to contend with.
C.J. Hunt this time gets the ball. He's met by Andre Sanders right in the hole. Gets to the 40-yard line.
And off goes the Hunt. 6.
That was a big pop there, but still a good 5-yard run. I think the Warriors just keep committing to the run and force Garces to really stop you here.
So this time they're going to go 4 wide with the pistol formation. C.J. Hunt in the backfield. Aiden Finley in the slot right. Handoff. No, it's going to be play action. No, it's going to be a screen blast. Oh, my gosh. C.J. Hunt wide open. C.J. Hunt with some space. Can he get past him? 20, 10, 5. No flags on the field. C.J. Hunt. Touchdown, Warriors.
Touchdown, Warriors.
What an incredible play there, Togs, and I think that'll be on a horse collar on the tackle there into the end zone.
I agree. I think that touchdown's going to stand. The penalty marker is at the end of the play, and it looked like it was just going to be a personal foul called on Garces. We'll wait and see here. But I tell you what, play action into the screen pass. Coach told me he wanted to see the screen passing game a little bit more this week. I tell you what, 2 plays, both to C.J. Hunt. He's looking like vintage Todd Gurley, Christian McCaffrey out here with this screen passing game.
Nice call there. I mean, just what a dialed-up play, too. You have Murguia rolling out right on the bootleg. I mean, it looks like nothing is there. And then, oh, look, C.J. Hunt with 20 yards of space around him. And blockers upfield. I mean, what a perfect play that was.
So C.J. Hunt, a 60-yard touchdown pass from Gilbert Murguia as David on to attempt the extra point. And we're tied back up with 1:41 left to play in still the first quarter, Wes. 14 all.
Wow. Ain't that funny, Tux? You go from a game that is just stifling defense, especially from Garces. I mean, the Warriors, their first few drives, they did not have much space to go. And then you can see Coach Pickett dialing up a few plays, getting into his bag a little bit, and making some big big touchdowns.
So a team meeting here. Coach Pickett calling them together. I think he took a timeout. Interesting move. He must see something he doesn't like. You know, Warriors, I think right here is, hey, we're not going to give up a freaking a touchdown here. We're going to play some special teams right here and want to tackle that football. That's got to be the message. He's got to be like, no, make the tackle, boys. Do your jobs. Okay, and I think that's what he's going to see here. So this kickoff, due to the personal foul penalty after the touchdown, this kickoff is going to move forward 15 yards. So David will kick it off from the Garces 45-yard line. Should, in theory, kick it through the end zone. But they could try to do some kind of a pooch kick, knowing that field position is a possibility. We'll see. You know, it's interesting, Coach. I was talking to Coach yesterday in our normal weekly meeting, and I said, hey, how was the week? Was it like something that you guys, you know, were they upset that they lost, obviously, but how did they handle the week? Were they more motivated, or did they kind of linger? He said, you know, to be honest, kind of lingered with them a little bit, the loss to Arroyo Grande. There's some good special teams tackle. There's a good special teams tackle. But to that point, you know, kind of seeing the start of this game, that linger just kind of not quite playing at the tempo I feel like Coach Pickett was wanting. And I think that's the reason for that timeout. And I tell you what, let's see what how the Warriors respond.
Okay. Yeah, so it just stuck with them a little bit. That's got to be something that you got to just deal with in practice, right? But it's got to be so tough with a team full of, you got 40 players to deal with. So Coach Pickett has them rolling now. It looks like they are getting into their rhythm.
Handoff up the middle by Dilly. Dilly's got space. Dilly forward. Dilly finally thrown down there. A good run by Colby Dilly, and Derek Reynoso chased him down. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And this is kind of what I thought. If they're going to show, you know, a lot of defensive backs, I think, like you said, Coach, the plan should be to run.
Right, because if the O-line, you know, does something good like that, just creates such a big space, easy to run through.
Dilly up the middle. Dilly forward, and Dilly gets out to a gain of 8. Wayne Beatty makes the tackle for the Warriors. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
I mean, I get that you can mix up packages and then have enough DBs in the back end to make sure that you can control the passing game, but at some point, got to bring up some big boys to stop the run.
Hand off to the right side. This is Dilly again. Makes a man miss, makes 2-man miss, and finally brought down on the play by Amba. But anytime your rusher is getting to your secondary, obviously that bodes well for the Rams, and I think they're playing on this match of a light box for Righetti, and they're just going to say, hey, we're fine getting 8-9 yards, and we'll keep running it.
Right, take what the defense gives you. They have obviously a good back in Dilly who can break plenty of tackles as he has done so far.
So Garces goes trips right formation this time. They do like to run to the wide side of the field when they run. That'll be the end of the first quarter. The clock hits 0, and after 1 quarter of football, what feels like an eternity, Coach. I mean, we've been in this for 42 minutes of actual time. 14-14. A lot of scoring there. Give me your thoughts after 1 quarter of football.
There's plenty to go through, but you know what? I like the way that both offensive lines are playing. I will bring that up from Garces and Righetti. The way that they're dialing in the running game. Both teams, really. I mean, if you could set the running game early, complement that with the pass, good things are going to go. I think Righetti right here just needs to settle in, maybe mix up some packages, get some more defenders in the box.
Well, so just to summarize our scoring so far, the first scoring was done by Garces. They hopped out to a 7-0 lead after a 4-yard touchdown run by Daniel Newsom. Righetti countered with a 29-yard touchdown run by Braden Amba. And then the next kickoff was for a touchdown returned by the Garces Rams, MBB, 90 yards to the house. And then C.J. Hunt from Gilbert Murguia, 60-yard on the touchdown pass. And now, here start of the second quarter, Colby Dilley runs it to the left side, and Colby Dilley gets another 16 yards on that run. And Coach, Garces is now finding some weaknesses in this Warrior defense, and they're able to run the ball kind of at will right now.
I mean, they're finding what has been working so far, and Dilley is running with some determination. My goodness.
I'm curious what the Warriors and Coach Blake, the defensive coordinator for Righetti, will do here. If they add some bigger bodies up at the front or stick with their plans so far. But the Warriors not controlling the line of the game. There we go. There's a big body. There's big 5'4". That's Ryan Twisselman, who just came in on the line, and he is making a difference. You called his name on offense earlier, Coach. He's one of the best.
Right. Just a big playmaker is Twisselman, and he's one guy that's going to give you it all every single down.
And, like we said, Warriors going a little bit lighter. It's kind of out of necessity in a way because I was, talking to Coach. They're a little banged up with some guys. They want to give them a little bit of rest on defense. But here we go. It has some adjustments. They're going to rotate to the right and find the right personnel in. This time they're going to bring 4. They're going to go run, but they're not going to get anywhere. So Garces runs on 2nd and long, still committing to it. But a good job by the Warriors defense pinning their ears back, and this is what we like to see, Coach.
It's a good job there. Now you're getting the 4 down linemen, and you're starting to fill those gaps as linemen and not getting pushed back enough. And there you go. Tackle for loss again.
So 3rd and long, and last week kind of plagued the Warriors was the down and distance on 3rd and long. They couldn't get off the field. Coach Pickett and Coach Blake put on some scenarios this week in practice, and let's see what they do here. Sinsakos almost gets to the quarterback. Quarterback rolling to the right side, now throwing, and no, it's going to be complete. That is a completed pass to Luke Napier, number 7, I believe. And 3rd and long, the kryptonite for the Warriors. It'll be 1st and goal for the Garces Rams.
I really think this no-huddle offense is getting to the defense here, Togs. I'm seeing the linebackers kind of on the heels of their feet, if you will, and not really getting into set positions.
So the Rams now with a different running back. That's number 23, Daniel Newsom. He hands off to the left side. He goes left. He's running. He might get there. There's going to be a penalty on the left side of the field. There's a fumble on the play. The Warriors get it. They're not calling him down. Aiden Finley picks the ball up. And if that's a fumble, I think that penalty is going to go against the against the Garces. That could be Righetti football.
Wow, that was so close, Togs. I don't know if his knee was down, but it was really close.
Well, they don't have the benefit of being able to challenge.
No,
so whatever the officials saw on the field, they didn't blow it down. They're going to converse here. If it goes into the end zone and he fell on it, and I don't know if he picked it up or not. It could be a lot of things. It could be a touchback if Aiden Finley somehow had his knee down with the ball in the end zone. If it was fumbled forward into the end zone and recovered by the defense, I believe, can pick it up and run it out. If it would have been fumbled out of bounds to the end zone, that would have been an automatic touchback for the defense. But the whole factor is, number 1, was he down by contact first? Number 2 is the penalty on Garces. So a lot of things to be discussed here. Let's see if I can read the lips of the official. Holding called against Garces. It's declined. Fumble recovered by the Warriors. Warrior football, Coach. What a good break there. A huge turnover. You mentioned it earlier, turnover battle. Chalk 1 in the Warrior column.
That is huge because right there, especially the running back sticking his arm out, looking to get into the end zone, keeps the ball out there for the defense to poke out. And a great job. I didn't catch who the defender was on that play, but a great job poking the ball out.
Never quitting on that play. Never quitting. And what a swing of events here. That could be realistically like a 14-point swing, thinking about the difference. It could be +7 for one team to +7 for the other if the Warriors go down and score on this drive. That's big. Gilbert Murguia at quarterback with Amba in the backfield. Handoff is to Amba. Amba following space. brought down by number 2, Andres Sanders. We've called his name a lot, the outside linebacker there, or the middle linebacker, excuse me, for the Garces Rams, and one of the better players there on their defense. So it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Tackle made by Sanders.
So they're going to spread out here and go 3 wide to the left. Murguia going through his hand signals. You got single coverage here on the right if you want it. Here, handoff goes to the left. This is Amba. And Amba goes forward. I wouldn't say forward. That's probably no gain on the play. So Amba will come out. Vance Abercrombie comes in. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Okay, so Vance comes back out. I thought Coach was going to go a little bit heavier there if it was going to be closer, but Vance usually comes in on a shorter down in distance. Gilbert Murguia dropping back, screen pass to Amba. Another screen pass working for the Warriors, and that'll be a 1st down. Another great play call by Coach Pickett. Another running back screen, this time to Braden Amba to move the chains.
And the Warriors so far with the running back screen game, 3 for 3, with all being at least 1st downs and a touchdown.
And I think that's just the over pursuing there of the defense, just going upfield, and really good job by the Warriors throwing in behind. But they're going to crowd the box. The Warriors, let's see if they take a shot. That's Vance Abercrombie. Vance Abercrombie goes forward, and he gets 8. So big 4-2, big Vance, our guy, rushing forward for a good gain.
A good job by Vance there, running hard up the middle. I'd like to see the Warriors actually go up the middle a little bit. They've been focused on getting those, half back off tackles, outside zone rushes. I'd like to see them go up the middle.
Vance again, this time Bull rushes his way forward, and he just moves the pile. Another good run, a 1st down for the Warriors. And I'll tell you what, Coach, the reason why I watched the Garces on film a lot this week, and they did not set the edges very well. So I know the plan of attack was to really try to attack those edges. Right now, they've kind of showed that they can run outside, they can run those, now they can run middle. Just some different looks with the rushing game, and they've struggled against that last week, just edge rushing. So I know why Coach Pick is trying to do that, and so far it's worked sporadically here tonight. Good blocking upfield. CJ Hunt leans forward. He gets a good rush, and he'll go forward for 7. So what a turn of events. The Warriors about to give up another touchdown on a long drive, somehow force a fumble, and now moving their way towards the Garces side of the football. 7:38 left to play in the 1st half. Murguia, he's going to be by himself. This could be a quarterback run. And I think Garces is going to take a timeout. They didn't like that formation. They were confused there. And they will take their 1st timeout. So each team has taken 1 timeout so far. And a lot of times, Coach, when they spread their guys out, the Warriors do look for Gilbert or Matalatia to run if the box looks good for Coach Pickett in the offense, if there's a hat on a hat. It all is a numbers game in this RPO offense, a numbers game for sure.
Right, and Murguia already has a good run, so I'd expect them to go right back to him when they need to, when necessary. Murguia, I don't know if he's really throwing the ball downfield yet. It seems like he has only just a few screen passes to the running back, but Coach Pickett seems to be okay with keeping him in there right now.
It's definitely working. And, both quarterbacks have only, they're both completions. I think there's been 3 tonight by both quarterbacks, and they have been either behind or near the line of scrimmage on the completions. Everything downfield has not worked. Well, I take that. It's worked. It just execution hasn't been there.
Right.
Easy
Matalatia
drop pass.
has had some good throws
absolutely.
downfield. But I like the way that they can both serve different looks as QBs.
Oh, no, bad snap. Murguia thankfully falls on that. I think he has it. I think Murguia still has that. but that could have been bad. That snap was a little high, but not terrible. Like we said earlier, a new center for the Warriors. Troy Fernandez, number 71, moved from guard to center this week. And Nathan Montagna, who has snapped every snap of this Righetti football season, probably for 2 years now, has moved out to right tackle. And the Warriors are going to go 5 wide, a kind of a different look here. They're going to run 5 wide receivers, nobody in the backfield. And Garces is going to, that's going to be offsides. It should have been offsides. Oh, he's got a man. Just out of the reach of Luis Magana. I thought the Garces defender coach jumped off sides. He got an awfully good jump there. You have to watch that back.
He looked like he got off a little early. His helmet might have been over the line on that one.
Luis Magana just ran a streak, ran a 9 route, as we call it, and he had space.
Ooh, man.
If that ball was just a little bit more air under him, that ball would have been 6. But missed opportunity again on some pass plays by the Warriors. Coach, the pass plays I think are there.
I think so. They have the looks, and also with Garces playing a lot of single coverage, if your wide receiver can beat his man, you can create some good looks.
So a timeout on the field by Garces. And some odd timeout usage here, both on special teams. That's our second timeout on a special teams play tonight. One by the Warriors, I think was more of a let's fire this team up by Coach Pickett. This one by Garces, I think they saw something they didn't like.
That's a good point. High school football.
High
Never
school
know
football.
what to expect.
You know, Coach, 6:35 until I get to dig in and the food reveal. I don't know what's in it. Do you have any idea tonight? What's on the menu?
I have 0 hints
Okay.
on what we're going to be having tonight, but I'll tell you what, it's probably going to be really good.
Always
my
is
guess.
really good. That's never a doubt. If you're wondering what we're talking about, Weston's aunt Amy always brings us food and has it delivered to the broadcast booth. And she brought it early tonight. And we don't know what it is. It's sitting under foil here back in the back of our booth, and we're very excited to see what it is. MBB again. He is making some people miss for the Garces Rams, and a good return out across the 45. And the Garces Rams, who came into tonight 0-4, are giving the Warriors as much as they could handle. So it'll be 1st and 10. I credit this Garces team, Coach. New quarterback from last week, and Sam Gonzalez has stepped in and done a pretty darn good job.
He's done very good so far.
Penalty marker on the play. Indication, I believe, is going to be against Garces. False start penalty, so it'll be 1st and 15.
Gonzalez definitely has the look of a starting QB. I mean, he is commanding this offense very well. He's got a good arm, and he can also use rushing ability when needed.
Yeah, no doubt, Coach. I mean, good athlete. He's able to run the ball. They've run the ball successfully here tonight. And, this is something that the Warriors are in for. And I think it's good for the Warriors. They need to figure out how to win a close game because they're not all going to be easy. Dropping back, looking left. That could be, incomplete. Thought that could have been picked. I think there's a penalty marker on the play. Yeah, there is. Way down at the 34-yard line. That could be a pass interference penalty. Hopefully not against the Warriors, but we'll see. They're moving the penalty back. Maybe it's an ineligible man downfield. Nope, it's going to be a holding penalty. Called against the Warriors. So, both teams not exactly playing clean football here tonight, Coach.
Right, got quite a bit of penalties that have had some consequences actually on both ends, really stalling out drives.
So 1st and 5. for the Garces Rams. They're going to go 3 wide to the left. Daniel Newsom into the backfield. They're going to run to the left side this time. Cuts upfield. Mason Anderson almost has him, does it. And that's Colby Dilley, actually, the running back, and he gets out across the line. Mason Anderson, number 17, had a chance at him, and he was able to cut upfield, was Dilley. And that's a 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for Garces.
If Reynoso didn't trip up Dilley right there, I think Dilley had a chance to go 6 there, hit the sidelines.
So again, extra bodies up front. They're going to go right side this time on the run. This is Dilley. Dilley, good run. I'd say good run. He ran a long distance, but only north and south for a yard. So good job there by the Warriors defense limiting that run. So 2nd and 9. Second down, 9, 5:10 left to play in the half. All tied out here at 14. Oh, a good shot. There's Mason Anderson. He didn't miss it that time. Mason Anderson makes a huge tackle for a loss on Colby Dilley. Great job by the junior linebacker, Mason Anderson.
Incredible pursuit there by Anderson. Set the edge and give Dilley no chance.
So, last time 3rd and long, they went deep to the right side and found their receiver. This time, 3rd and long. Let's see what the Garces Rams choose to do. The Warriors need him slide over. Got a lot of bodies on the left side. Throwing right. Oh, he jumped the route. Ruben Ramos incomplete. Ruben Ramos almost picked that. A good job by the Warriors defense, though, Coach. Getting off the field on 3rd and long. That is always such a killer. I watch a lot of 49er football, and I tell you what, sometimes it just blows my mind how 4th and 3rd and 22, somehow they don't get off the field. Yeah. And I tell you what, nothing makes probably a defensive coach more mad than seeing that.
Oh, no doubt about it, because you're thinking, all right, we just had a great first 2 downs. Nice. Now we can send the blitz. Oh, wow. Look at this.
No, Sam Gonzalez punts too, so I would assume, that's going to be probably a legal formation, I would assume. I think somebody was moving on the line of scrimmage. I'm curious what Coach Pickett will do, and I don't know if he can add the 5 yards to the end of this. They could make him re-kick, I guess. Let's see what Coach Pickett decides to do. I'm not sure, actually. I take that back in high school if they can add it on to the end of the kick, if that's a possibility. I do know, I think in the NFL, that's a rule they can do, but high school's got a few different tweaks here. We'll see what the officials say. So 2 men in motion at the same time. They're going to actually make him re-kick this. Okay, so Coach Pickett is going to take his chances here. Again, that punt would have been down at what, Coach? Was that about the 20-yard line?
About there, yep. About the
I'd
20.
have to go back and look. So maybe the 15. They're going to move him back 5 yards. Gonzalez has got plenty of leg, that's for sure. The wind is really non-existent right now, usually as it is this time of night. If there is any wind, it's going to be blowing into the face of the punter. But again, looking at the flagpole, there's not a whole lot right now. Thomas Harris will be the return man for the Warriors. Sam Gonzalez, the quarterback, kicker, and punter. Punt is snapped. It's a little high snap. Gonzalez gets it off. The ball dies about the 20-yard line, and I think they probably got their 5 yards.
Yeah.
So
About where it was last time.
So 4:03 left to play in the first half. The Warriors got the opening kickoff, so Garces will get a kick to start the second half. Once again, we appreciate wherever you're joining us from. Hit that subscribe button, and you can figure out when the Warriors go home. Every home game will have you right here on YouTube. hit that like button if you appreciate what we're doing. We love bringing you this football game. We appreciate you watching wherever that is from, and that's Matawatia will be the quarterback this time. Matawatia off his back foot, and that ball's going to be incomplete. I wish he would have just kind of set his feet and made that throw because Aiden Finley was running with nobody inside.
Ryan Finley there as it was either the wing or the tight end in that formation, and he just slipped out. Had so much space on that little option route where he goes to block for a bit and then boom, slip out for a flat route.
So Matawatia at quarterback here on this drive. Each quarterback has had 2 drives so far. This handoff is going to Amba. Amba gets to the outside to the left, puts his foot in the ground, goes forward. He's going to get Knight, or close. There's a penalty marker on the play.
Looked like a possible face mask there.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the arm reach out, and it looked like it went straight to the helmet. Possible face mask.
If it is a face mask, no matter what it is, a 5-yard or a 15-yard, it'll be a first down. And it's going to be. 5-yard face mask penalty. So the 5-yard face mask penalty for all of you is just kind of a glaze of the face mask. It's not the full yank and the head turn. I think in order to get the 15-yard personal foul, you got to grab the face mask. You got to either pull him down by the face mask or really get that head turned on that. And that one was the 5-yard variety. Regardless, it's still a first down. Matawatia rolling to the right side. He's got a man. It's complete. That's Luis Magana. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Warriors. 66-yard touchdown pass to Luis Magana from Nick Matawatia.
Oh my. Togs, that was, I would say, inches away from being deflected or picked off from the DB from Garces, but Magana, hands right there, ready for it. Man, that was sweet.
2 things. Number one, 100%. That goal I thought was picked out of his arm. Got just enough air under that. Matawatia, great throw. And an even better catch to keep your feet in bounds, not only for Luis Magana, but then to continue upfield for 66 yards and a touchdown as David hits the extra point. And with 3:25 left to play in the half, the score, Righetti 21, Garces 14. Coach, that's what the Warriors need. So both quarterbacks lead a scoring drive, throw a touchdown pass, and again, just the versatility under center tonight for the Warriors. And I tell you what, Matawatia, what a throw there. And he's going against his body, making that throw. That's something special right there. That's arm talent.
You just took that word right out of my mouth. I was just about to say that, Togs. I mean, good explanation. Yeah, that was incredible. What an entertaining game we have as well. I mean, man, the talent out here. It was impressive.
So Andy Gonzalez will kick off for the Warriors. Andy Gonzalez boots it, and that will be fielded about the 2-yard line. That is BB again to the right side. Warriors special teams once again. Warriors special teams has allowed a kickoff return for a touchdown. Good field position there. Obviously, one thing to note, Joe Castillo out with the injury. Typically in that direction, Joe Castillo booms those kicks into the end zone for touchbacks likely. So dealing with that. But Warrior special teams, better that return than they have been. Handoff to Dilly. Dilly, forward, Sensakos grabs him. Initial makes the hit. Randolph also in the carrier, or in the area, and Zach Zendejas on the defensive line, 56. Makes a good play there, so it'll be second down and short. Warriors run defense, Coach. They figured some things out here.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like they've switched a few things around on defense. And I think also getting Big 51, Nathan Matano in there, he's been doing a good job of plugging it up in the inside.
So The fog rolling in, if you see in that, it's not smoky, it's not hazy, it's just a thick ocean fog rolling in off the coast. Here, we're about 10 miles from the coast as the crow flies. And Mason Anderson, no, it's a false start. It'll be false start penalty called against Garces, but if you're noticing if it's getting a little blurry, that's not on Alejandro this time. Sometimes it is, but this time it's the fog rolling in. So if the visibility gets bad, we apologize. We'll do our best. There's a good shot of what we're dealing with here tonight. Can barely see the visiting bleachers across the field. It's getting chilly.
Yeah, and just right now rolling in. That stuff is dense out there.
Gonzalez dropping back. He's looking to the right side. Rolling, being chased, heaves it up. And I think he threw it about 6 rows back into the bleachers. We can't tell because of the fog, but it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, 2nd and long there, trying to go deep. Really had nothing downfield, just wanted to throw away there. I could see them trying to make another deep, get some deep routes going right now, get a completion for 1st down.
You know, that time Sam Gonzalez was pressured there, and he had to get out of the pocket. So good job by the Warriors defense to force that pressure. Oh, drawing deep left. This time it's picked off. Derek Reynoso with the pick. Flag on the play, however. There is a flag. Reynoso's got space. Reynoso, 20, 10, 5. He gets into the end zone. No, just short. But there is a penalty marker back here, and I don't know if he got a little early or somebody did. It might be on the defense. And a 3rd and long penalty is just a killer if you are the Righetti Warriors. What could have been points might get thrown back here.
This could be such a major swing here, and it seems as if the penalty will be on one of the Warriors' defensive backs.
The Warriors are walking back as if this is going to get called against them. Holding, called against the defense. And I tell you what, that's so tough. And I'm going to say it with this, right? That ball's so underthrown and so poorly thrown that it's almost like a free-for-all backyard. You're playing 3 flags up, and you almost got to tell yourself, hey, we got to just, like, hold up a second, right? When your receiver stops on every deep ball and tries to come back,
right?
Like, you're not expecting that as the defender. That's very tough to defend. Obviously, you still can't hold him, and you got to play by the rules. But that is a very, very difficult thing to do if you're the Warrior defense. Injured player on the field, Lawrence Wallace, the senior receiver, one of the only seniors here on this in the skill position group by the Garces Rams. He went down pretty hard. He limps off. We hope he's all right. But in the NFL, this would have been an automatic 1st down at the spot of the foul. In high school football, 15-yard penalty, it's going to remain 3rd down from the 40-yard line.
Oh, good to know. You know, that ball was, definitely underthrown, but Aiden Finley, number 2, did a great job. He jumped in, trying to actually bat the ball down from Gonzalez and disrupted the play there.
So Garces back out on 3rd down and shorter this time. Chased by Finley. Finley, that's going to be a fumble. Warriors going to pick it up. Are they going to fumble it? The Warriors get that. They jump on it like it's a crumbled cookie in the cafeteria. Wow. Warriors with the turnover.
Wow. I don't know how to answer from that. That is something. What a reference, Togs. Hey, that was the same exact play with Finley coming off the edge. Little blitz as the linebacker. Same thing, getting that pressure.
So this is going to be one of those games, Coach. I physically cannot see the opposite side of the field without my binoculars. It is very tough to see. So I apologize for you guys at home. We'll do our best. But I'm looking through binoculars here in the press box, and we're about midfield. We got a great sight. I think Matawatia is in the game right now. It is Matawatia. Matawatia hands the ball off. It's straightforward. That's number 3 into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown. Thomas Harris, I believe, on the touchdown run. But there's a penalty on the field that we can't see. Oh, it's going to get called back. Thomas Harris, not used to calling his name a whole lot on offense, made a great run there, but it's going to be all for naught as it's going to go backwards. And the Warriors, man, this game has just gotten weird.
I mean, 2 back-to-back big penalties.
I mean, we might need to move the camera down to the sidelines for the second half if this fog keeps going in the way it is. This is just insane.
This is something.
All right,
it doesn't
so-
look like it's slowing down.
No, it's not. Matawatia will be the quarterback. He's going to have nobody back with him. It'll be in the shotgun formation as there's 3 wide receivers and a tight end. Dropping back. He's going to go deep to the right side. He's got a man. That is going to be incomplete. Intended for Cameron Walker. They ran Walker on a 9 route straight to the end zone. And that throw is close, but just incomplete. One of the ways Coach likes to use Cameron Walker, the big sophomore receiver. He's all but a 6'1", and he can jump. The 3-sport star plays basketball, football, and baseball here for the Warriors. And a really good athlete. And they like to run him on the field. And they like to give him a shot outside one-on-one. And I got to say, Coach, if you're the receiver, how do you see the ball?
Right. I'm not sure how it looks like on the field, but, oh, man. I can barely see from up here. Binoculars are doing well.
2nd down and 15. This is a handoff to Amba. Amba to the right side. Amba pushes forward. Amba gets to about the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 10 with 1:09 left to play in the first half. A game that has just gotten crazy. Matawatia in the backfield with Amba. Matawatia drops back. He's looking to the left side. He heaves it up. That ball is intended for Reynoso, and it'll be incomplete. Matawatia was pressured there. Isaiah Chavez got to Matawatia and knocked him down. So it'll be 4th down in a weird position here for the Warriors, as they're going to take a timeout with 52.3 seconds left to play in the second half, or the second quarter. Again, new kicker. David here would be about a, I'd say a 42, 43 yarder. I would say the Warriors are probably going to go for this, Coach, and just leave their offense on the field.
Right. 42 yards might be pretty out of reach for high school.
What's your play call here?
Well, if they, they should go for it because, look, you're on the 25-yard line, 4th and 10. If you don't get it, that's fine. I mean, we're still in the second quarter, 52 seconds. This game is really going on. I think right here, you go with the halfback screenplay.
I was just going to say it.
It's worked
for him. It's worked for him so far. They've gotten they got C.J. Hunt out of the backfield. This time, though, they got both quarterbacks on the field here. Matawatia and Murguia, both on the field in the backfield. So we'll see. Matawatia to Murguia. It's going to be a pass. He's got Magana. No, it's not Magana. It's Caden Beaker. Caden Beaker. Touchdown pass from Murguia. What a play call. Touchdown Warriors.
Wow.
Oh, do we have another penalty? Okay. The Warriors are acting like it was just after the play. I believe the touchdown will probably stand. If that stands, the Warriors' Caden Beaker was actually, it was a pitch right to Murguia. Murguia throws it deep. And Murguia could have thrown it to 2-on-2 guys. Luis Magana and Caden Beaker were wide open on that play. The officials are trying to hash something out here, near side of the field. It has been a sloppy game. A lot of flags so far. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty called against Righetti. And another unsportsmanlike. So 2 unsportsmanlike penalties called against the Warriors.
Assessing kickoff.
I believe they will both be assessed on the kickoff, so that's going to be backed up to what, the 10-yard line? I got to sit here and figure that out, Coach.
Right.
I don't think it's technically the 10 because they have to go half the distance inside the 30, so we'll see. But the points are going to score, or the points are going to count. So 27-14 is the score is right now. I think the Warriors are going to leave their offense on here to go for 2. There's a lot of confusion right now. No, maybe not. So okay. So, I wish we had a radio and could hear the officials, but my guess is right now is that they're going to assess the unsportsmanlike penalty on the extra point. So what that's going to do is it's essentially going to force the Warriors to take this extra point from the 33-yard line, which is a 30-yard penalty, which I guess is kind of smart because you think regardless, you're probably not going to score with 45.9 seconds, even if you kick it off from the team's own 10-yard line. So what you're assuring here is probably the Warriors are not going to get the 2-point conversion or the extra point. So you're going to have that in play. All right, so to recap what happened, Coach, Warriors trick play. Murguia throws a touchdown pass to Caden Beaker. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike penalty, I'm sure taunting or something in the end zone, 2 of them were called on the Warriors. Instead of assessing that on the kickoff, they're going to assess that here on the extra point. So instead of kicking or taking the 2-point conversion from the 3-yard line, it's now from the 33-yard line.
Wow.
I think we got it.
I think you're right on time with that. And if you haven't seen it all already, an extra point from the 33, are you kidding me?
They're going to go for 2, I guess. Oh, it's going to be a trick play. No, it's going to be, trick play. Are they going to get it? Oh, my gosh.
Serious?
That's Derek Reynoso to Thomas Harris. The 2-point conversion is good.
That is the greatest 2-point conversion I've ever seen. I went from what in the world is this to, wow, that was pretty amazing. Another trick play back to back. Are you kidding me?
Unbelievable. Talk about an absolute wild first half, Coach. It's 29-14, and we're only in the second quarter.
What? I feel like I've watched a whole football game at this point.
So, not only was the touchdown a 26-yard pass from after it was pitched from Matawatia to Murguia to Beaker, now we have some trickery on a 33-yard 2-point conversion from Derek Reynoso to Thomas Harris on the wide receiver pass. And here we go.
Incredible.
And the Warriors tried to onside kick it, but I believe they jumped or went in front of the kicker. Again, this is very, very difficult for us to see. We need to catch our breaths. I'm gassed right now, Coach. I'm halfway down my Celsius drink, and it's 8:20 in the evening here. But hey, at home, we hope you're enjoying it. We really do. We love bringing you the games wherever you're joining us from. And Amy, we still cannot wait to see what is in this food tonight. All of our friends watching at home, all over the place, we appreciate it.
You know what? I actually started early, Togs, by eating a tri-tip sandwich from the one, the only, Righetti FFA. They're awesome, as always.
And BB right side of the field into the fog, and the whistle blows near the 40-yard line. And with 38.6 seconds and 1 timeout, Coach, if you're the Garces Rams, you're down 15, but you get the ball coming out of the second half. You try to do anything here?
I think they've had some success going downfield with the passing options. If it hasn't led to a catch, there has led to penalties. So I'm okay as an offensive coordinator dialing up a few deep shots, a few streak routes.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Direct snap to the running back. Running back is brought down. Big Vance Abercrombie gets a tackle for loss for Grandma Karen.
Wow. Great play there by Vance, and it looks like they should just run this clock out.
And I tell you what, Coach, I want to say this here, as we go into the halftime, the score is going to be Righetti 29, Garces 14. But really, for me, the answer of the Warriors' defense, especially on the rushing attack, has been the big turnaround here in the second quarter.
Right. I mean, they just took such a stand after like that first half of that first quarter.
And you see that Coach Blake out here just high-fiving his defense right now, making some good plays and really finding something here in the second quarter. But, gosh, what a wild game. We'll recap it all for you when we come out of the break. But right now we're going to go to halftime, take a break, 15 minutes on the clock. We'll be back in about 18 minutes or so. We're going to have something to eat. Enjoy the cheerleaders performing. There's about 95 of them, if you can see them when they go onto the field. But they'll perform. The band will perform. We'll get some food. Alejandro will maybe go down and get us something to drink. We'll see. It's just been one of those crazy, crazy games. So we appreciate you watching. 29-14, Righetti leads here at halftime. We'll see you guys back in about 15 minutes. So enjoy halftime performance. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just about 3 minutes away from the second half. The score tonight, Righetti leads Garces 29-14. And, Coach, it has been a wild game so far. As wild as the weather here, as the fog has rolled in off the coast and made it really hard to see from up here. But the players are making do. It has been an offensive battle so far. And the Warriors have put points on the board after we're kind of getting started pretty slowly early.
Yeah, and you've seen plenty of things tonight here, Togs. You've seen turnovers that could just play such a big part in this game. Pick six that gets called back. You can see just drives getting stalled out.
The
completely.
fumble at the goal line
The
that
fumble
ends up
at the goal line.
to the Warriors. Yes.
Yes.
So to recap the first half, and we'll try to do that as efficiently as we can. So the Garces got on the board first. They had a 4-yard touchdown run by Daniel Newsom. Warriors answer by a 29-yard touchdown run by Braden Amba. That immediate kickoff was returned for a touchdown by number 1 for Garces and BB. And then a trick play for a screen pass, 60-yard touchdown pass, Gilbert Murguia to C.J. Hunt. And then Matauatia throws a dime to Luis Magana here on the near sideline for the Warriors. And then a really interesting trick play with both quarterbacks on the field. You have Matauatia pitches to Murguia, who throws deep to Vicker for the touchdown. Oh, even weirder, 2-point conversion, and that's a wide receiver pass from Reynoso to Harris. And now that's where we are, 29-14. The Warriors have scored 21 unanswered, well, technically 22 unanswered points here. And, yeah, Coach, your uncle said, hey, slam the over on this game. Yeah, we've got a lot of points being scored. But I will say, Coach, for me, we talked about it going out at halftime. The defensive adjustments by the Warriors has been key.
Yeah, that's been very good, and it looks like the whole team's just more alert as far as the second quarter was going. Sure tackles have been made. They've been really stuffing the run from Garces as well, not allowing them to get into just a flow that they were getting into at the start of the first quarter.
And really, kind of to start the game, through about a quarter and a half, this Garces team was kind of running all over Righetti. They made some adjustments. They brought some more pressure. They brought some guys up into the box, and they really started to figure out this rushing attack. And the Warriors, like you said, have really turned this game around. What was going to be a high-scoring game could have been even higher with the Warrior defense with this adjustment behind Coach Blake. And he was fired up coming out of halftime, and that was good to see. But it's good to see the Warrior defense kind of playing and starting to roll a little bit. What we saw a lot of in the first 4 games of the season, kind of getting back to that, those sound tackling and forcing turnovers. So we'll see how the second half goes. A lot of football game left to play, but it should be a fun one, Coach.
Oh, for sure. And you know what the Warriors defense has been doing, I'll make a point on this, is early downs, Warriors just tackling for loss, pushing Garces far back to where they're really playing one-dimensional and having to air the ball out 2nd and 15, 3rd and 20. You've seen multiple occasions where that's worked out for the Warriors.
I'm full. I had 2 burritos from Aunt Amy, and it was a fantastic. So, Aunt Amy, thank you guys. A couple other shout-outs in the booth. We appreciate you guys watching. Coach Nesper, and you're at home watching. Appreciate you. Got your note. The Barbaric household. Coach, our athletic director, Kevin Barbaric, he's still recovering from his back surgery. Him and Katie and Kim are back there with David Taronis and Sylvia watching some football. We wish you guys well. Some good friends, Mama Lisa. Want to shout out to her. And, of course, all of the rest of you guys watching at home. We appreciate you guys. And, Coach, you got anybody to shout out?
Yeah, well, you know, my parents are watching right now at the house, so
They still love you?
Yeah,
Good. Okay.
They'll tune in sometimes. I mean, I don't know if they've turned it off already or whatever, but I think they're still with us.
I think we did an onside kick. I don't know who has it. And the Warriors got it. Couldn't see it, didn't know what happened, but I saw the kick gets recovered at the 49-yard line, and the Warriors start on offense, a trick play at a halftime. Warriors with all the momentum in the world, Coach. And I got to be honest, I did not see where that went. It is so hard to see right now.
Oh, I had no idea either. I flipped my head to the end zone, and I'm like, I do not see anything. All of a sudden, it's Warriors ball. What?
So Matauatia will be the quarterback here to start the second half. Matauatia hands it off. That goes to C.J. Hunt. C.J. Hunt spins off a tackle, and he gets ahead. He's going to get about 8 yards on the play.
And over to C.J. Hunt.
And just to give you guys an idea, and obviously on the screen, cannot see the opposite side of the field. I cannot make out with the naked eye Garces, any of their numbers standing on the far sideline. I can barely see the down marker, but that's lit up in LED. I cannot see the opposing stands at all. So it's very difficult to see. Luis Magana this time on the jet sweep. Luis Magana, he has some space. Luis Magana inside the 20-yard line. And I would say I see a flag on the field, but I'd be lying to you all at home, so I don't know. The officials blew the whistle like there was a flag. The Warriors are walking back. It is a holding penalty called against the Warriors. And that's kind of been, that's one thing, Coach, I got to say. The Warriors got to clean up. They've had some big plays, some important plays, both on offense and on defense, get called back due to penalty.
Right. The penalties have totally affected the Warriors more so than Garces tonight. I mean, chunk plays, even touchdowns that have been called back. Those are just such momentum stoppers.
And pretty untypical of the Warriors thus far this year. They've played really clean football, playing part of their identity, just playing clean, disciplined football. And, you know, every officiating crew is different. So it's hard to say exactly what's going on. But, you know, this tonight, for whatever reason, just having a difficult time not avoiding those penalties. Matauatia drops back. He's got Magana. Magana incomplete. He had Magana running wide on a post route, a little low on the throw. He had a step on the defensive back. But that'll be incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, and there was no safety help over the middle as well. I mean, a great post route, just out of reach.
I mean, Coach, I got to imagine that it is challenging on the field for the receivers to pick up the football and make a play on it. I mean, it's got to be difficult with this weather.
It totally seems like the fog is just increasing in thickness out here.
So Matauatia into the shotgun. Matauatia drops back. He's going to look to the right. Now he's going to scramble right. Matauatia looks forward. He's going to dump it to his tailback. That's Braden Amba. Amba's going to push forward, and he's going to get about 5 yards. An interesting decision here on what will be 4th down and about 6. For this Righetti Warrior offense. Controlling the game here, up by 15, and in the opponent's territory without your number 1 punter. So that's another thing I'm sure Coach is going to be dealing with. It looks like it's 4th and 4. If I'm looking at this correctly. Yeah, 4th and 4. Matauatia into the shotgun. Vance Abercrombie is the tailbacks. Vance Abercrombie is going to motion out wide to the right side of the field. Now he's going to go back into the backfield. They need to get this play off. It's going to be a delay game if they don't hurry. And they do get it off. Matauatia drops back. He's got Magana on the sideline. Magana, does he keep his feet in? No, they call it no. They say incomplete pass. I thought Luis Magana had that. It was close. But that throw was just a little far to the sideline. It was on him and he was open. But, Coach, I tell you what, these passing routes, I would like to see the Warriors just get a little bit of rhythm in the passing game because they're open. The guys are open.
Right, there's so much real estate out there for the receivers. It seems like it's been like that all night. I mean, you have single coverage. You have not that much safety help from Garces tonight and just so much room to throw.
No, what we mean by that is you got a single high safety playing deep, and that's the only guy. So if you run across, it's man on man here, and you can do a lot of things with that if you're throwing the football. But again, it's a tough atmosphere right now to throw. Pitch goes to the right side. Dilly's going to throw the ball. He's got a man open. A little trickery from the Garces, and Luke Napier catches it, and he's drugged down. A good trick play there is a quarterback pitch to Colby Dilly, and he makes the play to Luke Napier. It'll be 1st and 10 for Garces. So a little trickery of their own.
Yeah, how about that? Come out second half on your first drive. Boom. I mean, wide open as well. Wide open down the field. Totally caught the Warriors off balance.
So Sam Gonzalez in the backfield, in the shotgun. Hands off. No, there's going to be a penalty marker on the play. We'll peer through the fog. We need some infrared binoculars here. It'll be a false start penalty. And it'll be 1st and 15. So 1st and 15 for Garces. Handoff goes up the middle. That's Dilly moving to the left. Good tackle there by Mason Anderson. Mason Anderson wraps him up. And a good job on the play. There's a injured Garces Ram down on the field. And that's their big wide receiver, Ambibi, number 1. He's grabbing his left leg in pain. You hate to see that. Beebe scored on a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and he's looked good all night. And you really don't like to see that if you're coach for the Bakersfield Garces Rams. I mean, for anybody, we don't want to see that at all. But, gosh, feel bad for him.
Right, and that's their second injury now to a skill player. I don't know if Wallace, number 5, has made it back into the game.
I haven't seen him, but
Yeah.
he was one of their guys. You know, they have not a huge roster. You look over there, you know, I bet you they suit up maybe 30 guys at most. And, you know, especially at the skill position, you start losing guys. We obviously think they lost their quarterback last week in some way, as normally, Gavin Williams played quarterback for him last week. And then this week we have Sam Gonzalez under center for Garces. So, you know, obviously dealing with some adversity, starting the season 0-4, and then now trailing by 15 here in the second half to Righetti team. And as league is starting to get rolling here in the next couple of weeks for both of these teams, you know, you want your teams at about full strength, coach. And right now, that's tough right now for Garces.
Right, and that's what's going to make depth so important for teams is when you have some of your stud players like this getting injured. Okay, do you have someone else to replace them? And if you don't, and if you're really just needing your star players, then yeah, it makes it tough if you don't have the depth behind in that position.
And BB's not putting any pressure on his leg as he's coming out. He's getting helped off the field. Gosh, that did not look good. He went down in some pain there. As the fans here give him a round of applause, but that is a tough sight to see. Not being able to walk off under your own power. So it'll be 2nd and I think 16 here is what we're going to be after that injury timeout. Garces got down inside the red zone after a trick play. Colby Dilly with the pass to Luke Napier. And that's how we got down this far. Just had an injury, and now we're out of that. 2nd and 16 here for the Garces Rams. Dilly into the backfield. Gonzalez drops back. He's going to roll to the right side. He's getting chased by Sensakos. He passes. That is going to be complete to the outside. I believe that's big 23. I think that's Daniel Newsom again. That is Newsom. So a gain of, I think, about 8. It'll be 3rd down and 8 here. And a big play here for Garces, coach, and I would assume a 4-down territory.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need the first down right here, but if you get at least half the distance, then that gives you a good chance on 4th.
Hand off to Dilly, and he's met quickly by 41. That's Achilles Sensakos. One of the great names in high school football, Sensakos, with a tackle for a loss.
No doubt about that. Sniff that one out right away. Great job off the edge from Sensakos.
But Achilles Sensakos, coach, that is a epic, just first and last name, like a Greek god type.
I mean, that's got to be somewhat intimidating when you go over the roster sheet, right, on your opponents. Man.
So 4th down, and Garces is going to go for it. Gonzalez drops back. Pass is going to be complete left. That is complete to number 5. That's Lawrence Wallace. He is back in, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Rams. So Garces not done yet, just like you said, Coach, is Lawrence Wallace back? He is. That's a touchdown, a 14-yard touchdown play from Gonzalez to Lawrence Wallace.
What a statement there from Garces. 4th and long with a great slant route from Wallace, who's really shown in flashes that he can play, Togs. And steps up there in the clutch. When you gotta have it, there it is. Great play, touchdown.
So the Rams going to try to make this a one-possession game. Snap is good. Kick is up. We have no clue. We're looking at the officials, and it is good. So Sam Gonzalez adds the extra point. With 7:40 left to play in the third quarter, it's Righetti 29, Garces 21. So an 8-point game here. And, Coach, if you're Garces, do you try some trickery of your own? Do you throw an onside kick out here?
For me, it depends on how you think Righetti's offense has been playing. I would just kick it deep. I think Righetti's playing too well offensively to try some trickery here. But that's my take.
We will see. Well, we might not see. We'll just follow the bodies at this point.
Right.
But we will find out shortly as Sam Gonzalez tees it up from the 40-yard line. And I would assume, like, if you're Coach Pickett, you got to be thinking, well, we did it to them. Let's see if they do it to us. So Gonzalez will start at the 30-yard line and trot forward. It is a kick deep into the fog. It is returnable. It's going to be Harris. Harris, left side. Harris out across the 30-yard line. A good return there by Thomas Harris. And he will get the Warriors to start 1st and 10. And I'm interested to see what the Warriors do here at quarterback. Matawati has started the first drive as they went down. The field then got stalled first drive, and now it's going to be Gilbert Murguia out under center for the Warriors. So wide split here. Look how far out right side is Caden Veeker if you're the Righetti Warriors. Now this is something that they like to run to this right side and take advantage of all that space. Jet sweep to the right. There it is. There's the jet sweep. Here it goes, Luis Magana, and Luis Magana gets forward, and he gets about 6 on the play. So a lot of times you see that by the Warriors. They're going to run really far wide. You see that, the wide splits we mean by where the wide receiver is lined up in relation to the rest of the offensive line. So interesting formation here is you have Hunt in the backfield, but he's lined up well away. It's going to be a quick slant. Oh my gosh, another drop pass. Murguia put that on the dime to Derek Reynoso, and that's 2 tonight that I know Reynoso would want back.
Right. The quarterbacks have been doing their job tonight, Tox. I mean, putting the ball, for the most part, where it needs to be caught. The execution just isn't quite there tonight from the receivers.
I tell you what, I guarantee you in the bye week, that jugs machine's coming out. I
Yeah.
guarantee you.
Let's go. Bring your gloves. And
Diamond right, look to Murguia to run here. This is the formation he likes to do it. There he goes. Murguia runs forward. There's Murguia powering forward for a first down. Gilbert Murguia. So a good play call there on third and 6. Spread everybody out wide to the right, 4 receivers, and run straight ahead. And again, it's about, with Coach Pickett in this RPO offense, it's about getting the mismatches and counting where the numbers are. And right there, a good play call and a good run to get a big first down. Murguia hands off. Oh, a fumble on the play. Murguia picks it up. That was meant to go left to CJ Hunt, and that ball got fumbled, and luckily got the good bounce and right into the lap of Murguia. That could have been a disaster play.
No, it looked like that. There was just miscommunication on that play. It looked like Murguia wanted to hand the ball off, but Hunt, as if just took his hands up and thought it was a play action or something.
Almost like Hunt should have been on the other side of the running back. He ran wide on and he couldn't catch. Righetti couldn't catch up to him.
Right.
He had a stutter step and wait for him. Motion man is Magana. Dropping back. Pass is to Magana. That's picked off. That is off the hands of Magana and picked off by Garces. Garces has it. And that's Cameron Kelly on the ricochet. And he takes over another ball that hit Magana right in the chest, Coach. And that bounced out right into the arms of the Garces defender. And now we got ourselves a ball game.
Absolutely. Now just flip the field and Garces with the ball back. And, you know, I like how Coach Pickett and the offense has been dialing up these plays where you got a lot of motion and you got just a lot of eye candy where you have all these halfback screens, but they're just threw it into traffic.
Aiden Finley will jump off sides there, and it'll be 1st and 5 for Garces. So, tell you what, this is one of those games, Coach, where, you know, the first 4 games of the season, the Warriors really didn't get tested. They just went down and kind of did what they wanted all year, all game long. They had some adversity against Roy Grandy. Tough game. It was close. It got a little bit further ahead in the 4th quarter, but again, it came out of the wrong end. This game here, I'd like to see them Warriors kind of deal with that adversity and turn this thing around with a big defensive stop. Dilly up the middle. Dilly dropped down by Finley. So good play there by Aiden Finley from the linebacker position. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Call it about 3, actually. So, 2nd down. This one is going to go. Oh, that is going to be a penalty on the play. False start called against Garces. So that's a big penalty. Instead of 2nd and 3, it's going to be 2nd and 8. So 5:01 left to play in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 8. Garces just forced an interception. Gonzalez dropping back, looking left. That pass is jumped, almost picked off. Ruben Ramos. Oh, no, excuse me. That's Reynoso, and Coach, he had that.
Man, he made a great play on that ball. He saw that right when Gonzalez turned to the left for that comeback route. Oh, man.
I expect Garces to go back to that play and pump fake and go deep behind him, and he had a man open.
Right. Right, got to watch for that.
Dropping back is Gonzalez. He's rolling to the right. He's going to throw deep to the right side. He's got a man open. That's complete. And that's going to be, I believe, a touchdown for Garces. No, correction. He's out of bounds at the 5-yard line. I believe he stepped out at the 5-yard line. According to the official on the far side of the field, that ball was complete. Didn't know the number of it. Actually, I believe it was number 7. Luke Napier on the deep ball. Ball was complete, and he ran out of bounds at the 5. So the ball will be spotted at the right hash of the 5-yard line. And that's that streak route wide open.
Man, Tuggs, you actually called that exactly how it went. My goodness, it was a double. So it was a double move route where the receiver was going to come back for that comeback or stutter step and went for the streak route.
Handoff is to Dilly. Dilly straight forward. Dilly, I think there's a fumble on the play. I think the Warriors might have got it. What a change of events. Do the Warriors have it? And they do. Warrior football, a fumble. Colby Dilly coughs it up, and once again the Warriors jump on it. What a change of events. What we thought was a touchdown is now a turnover. Coach, this game has just been wild.
Yeah, there has been just so much action in this game, and great job by the Warriors. Bend, but not breaking here with critical turnovers in the red zone.
I don't know who got a hand on that. I wish I could go back and replay. I wish Alejandro could cue it up for us, but unfortunately we don't have that. You got two men over here, only one defensive player. There's a lot of space on the right side of the field. Matawatia at quarterback. Matawatia hands it off. C.J. Hunt. C.J. Hunt powers forward. C.J. Hunt goes out of bounds at the 23-yard line. I think there might be a penalty on the play. The officials are talking on the far side of the field. And again, another big run, which potentially called back by penalty for this Warrior team, and that's been their kryptonite, Coach. The officials are still discussing the far side of the field. We'll see what they decide. When it's a long talk, it may get waved off. I don't know. The official's going to trot to this side of the field. Holding.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding call going against the Warriors.
So that'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty for the Warriors. And it'll be first down in one of those weird, so it repeats first down, but it'll be like 1st and 9. Warriors in the shadows of their own goalpost here. Warriors better get this play off. We're going to get a delay game penalty. They do. Matawatia drops back. He's looking deep. He has got nobody. Streak route, and that is incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Garces. That ball was intended for Daniel Matawatia. So Nick Matawatia trying to link up with his brother, and that'll be 2nd down and 8.
The Warriors obviously like the look there because there was zero safety help in the middle. I mean, they are going man-to-man, cover 0 right here, Talks.
They're daring the Warriors to pass that. And what you could do is you can run some guys deep and you throw somebody out underneath it. I look for the Warriors to do something like that here. You got C.J. Hunt lined up here in the slot. This is a great time for a little running back screen here. No, there's going to be a delay of game penalty first. Just not quite getting the plays off on time right now. Just a sloppy game, Coach.
Yeah, this isn't a Warriors game that we're used to seeing where there's just been so many penalties committed. I mean, easily double-digit penalties so far from the Warriors. And it'll really take you out of your rhythm as well. I mean, this is still a one-score game. I mean, Warriors got to be careful here with the ball backed up to the 3-yard line.
2nd and 11. This time Hunt's in the backfield. Matawatia rolls to the right. Now it's going to be a running back screen. No, it's going to be to Reynoso a screen. Reynoso on the outside. Reynoso's got enough. We have any flags on the field? We'll have to check. I don't think so. It's a 1st down for the Warriors. That pass is complete to Derek Reynoso. So 1st down for Righetti.
1st down, Righetti. 15.
Coach, I feel like I know we know you've been penalized a lot if we're asking if there's a penalty on every play. It's been one of those kind of games. Partially because we just can't see, but also because it's been one of those games. That's going to be Amba. Amba outside. Amba powers forward, and Amba gets about 4 on the play.
Handoff goes to Amba.
It's a lot easier to see the team on this side of the field. Coach, you want to run down there and tell Coach Pick to just everything needs to stay on this side of the field for our sake?
Yeah, I think so. You know what? Yeah. Let me just take a minute real quick.
We'll head down to Aaron Andrews with the sideline report in just a moment.
Yeah, if we had a radio, that would be cool to radio down to Coach B.
Handoff goes up the middle. And that's near the sticks. That's Braden Amba again, and that should be a 1st down for the Warriors.
Handoff goes to Amba again, and that'll be another 1st down, Righetti.
I tell you what, if Aaron Andrews is down on the sideline, Coach, I'll probably just head down there and you know Alejandro can handle this. I don't really need to stay up here. If she was down on the sideline.
Yeah. She'd be collecting so many autographs right now.
Matauatia. Play action pass. Matauatia looking deep. He's looking for Viker, and that is going to be incomplete.
Wow, okay.
It said there's a penalty marker in the backfield, but Viker and Magana and Reynoso all ran streaks down the side of the field.
So it looked to be somewhat of a chop block from Aiden Finley, number 2. I mean, he sent the defensive end. He made him front flip over him. I mean, Finley went low with the block. Defender really just jumped over and flipped over Finley.
And that's, I think, one of those plays where they're trying to avoid, it's one of those safety plays that they've implemented in football, whereas, 10, 15 years ago, that's not a penalty, but now that is. And unfortunately, you can't block him that low. Especially you can't block him low if he was engaged by anybody else, too. But that is, if it was one-on-one, that's the case. And the fans here at Righetti definitely getting a little restless, as you guys can probably hear on the camera. Been a lot of penalties. We don't have official stats, but we definitely are in the 20s, I would assume. Matauatia is going to run it. Matauatia powers forward, and don't normally see him run the ball a whole lot, but he gets some yardage back.
Matauatia keeps it himself.
And I think, that's one thing with Coach Pickett that we talked about this week, Wes, is when you have this kind of style offense, this RPO, and the ability to call both run and pass, like, it's important that the quarterback position can run the football. And we've seen Murguia do it quite a bit. Not as much Matauatia, but he can move. Like, he's quick. He's not a slow guy.
Right, they're both mobile quarterbacks, and yeah, that's a good point. It just makes your offense a little more unpredictable.
Matauatia's pass is complete. Great throw to Reynoso. He's got that one, a first down. Good throw from Nick Matauatia, rolling across his body and finding Derek Reynoso for the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 39-yard line, and a drive that they desperately need, trying to make this a 2-possession game.
And that's a good sight, too. You're seeing the Warriors being able to convert on those 3rd and long situations, but they just need the continuity to stay away from the penalties and keep the rhythm of the offense flowing.
Empty set here. This is probably going to be a stretch play. No, it's going to be a Matauatia. He's got a ton of space. Matauatia, hold that ball away, bud. And a first down. Great run by Nick Matauatia. A first down for the Warriors. They spread out, empty backfield. They send a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep and go up the middle. Good play call there. And the Warriors inside of Garces territory as an injury timeout.
Wow, that fake handoff led to so much room up the middle for Matauatia. I mean, so much.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, you watch this team on film and you see that when Murguia's in, that play is definitely open, but you don't see that, and that's part of the one of the positives of having 2 quarterbacks is that, the underrated ability for Matauatia to run, and really what Garces is expecting, that edge rush by the wide receiver, they committed fully to that side, and that middle was wide open.
Yeah.
Matauatia hands off to Hunt. Hunt to the left side, and Hunt pushes forward. A good run there for a gain of 3. So Warriors chewing up the clock and really wearing out this Garces defense. You kind of have the feeling, Coach, if the Warriors are able to just get this drive into the 4th quarter, go down and punch in and score, you got to like the way this outcome's going to be. They've really controlled the time of possession here in the second half.
Oh, absolutely. And that's got to be a point of emphasis, I think, for Coach Pickett. The way the drive's going so far, yeah, a few penalties have held them back, but they're able to get these first downs.
Matauatia's going to run it. Matauatia forward. Matauatia inside the 30-yard line. A first down for the Warriors. Just kidding. We have a penalty in the backfield.
Oh, man. Coach Pickett not pleased on the sideline, and I wouldn't be either. Man, that's the third penalty already on this drive. I mean, wow. I mean, very visibly
Yeah.
emotional here.
Yeah, Coach Pickett is not happy. I mean, Coach, I don't blame him. I would be absolutely furious, too. That is their probably fourth or fifth first down called back because of penalties, and it has just been really difficult for the Warriors tonight and really has kind of changed this game in a way to where it's kept Garces in the football game.
Yeah, it really has. To that point, Righetti could be up easily a few scores right now. Easily. And the penalties just play such a big factor. I think penalties and turnovers for high school football, right? I mean, you do a good job on both of those ends. You win the battle on each part. More times than not, you're probably coming away with a victory.
You know, I'm just thinking back to how crazy penalties have been. It's been really the big story of the game. Garces had a ball, almost got in the end zone, fumbled into their end zone. It would have been points. Righetti stops them. You have the pick six for the Warriors that got called back by Thomas Harris. That got called back due to a penalty. You had 3 or 4, maybe 5 first downs that get called back due to penalty. You have the turnovers. Okay, luckily the Warriors are winning the turnover battle, and that's really been, I think, another big story tonight is, 3-1, I believe, is where we're at with turnovers. Right. And you got to, Warriors just, searching for that identity, I think, right now going into league, and they're really trying to figure that out. And there's glimpses of just really good football, but right now they gotta kind of get a grasp on this.
I think so, and I think you can say the same for both of these teams. Looked great in instances, but there's just been such disciplinary issues that have costed both teams.
So we'll start the fourth quarter with 2nd down and 12 for the Warriors. Matawatia hands it off. CJ Hunt side shuffles. Looks like he almost lost that ball, but he grabbles it back in. It'll be a gain of 4 and brings up 3rd down, and I think it'll be 8. So an obvious passing down here.
Picks up 2 yards for the Warriors. Stop was made by Cheek.
So the Warriors are going to go a little bit tight zone here. Look at this tight play. This is a time where I think you could also see a screen pass out of this formation going towards the right side. We'll see. Tawatia, there he is. There's a screen pass to the right side. There's CJ. There's Braden Amba. Amba pushes forward. Amba, there he goes inside the 20, a first down. So a good play call once again for Coach Pickett and the Warriors inside the red zone.
Oh, man. Everyone covered down the field as wide receivers. You had a good blitz there from Garces, but no linebackers, no one took into account Amba coming out of the backfield.
So they're going to go 3 wide here into the pistol formation. CJ Hunt in the backfield. CJ Hunt runs to the left side. Hunt up the middle. Hunt forward. Inside the 15-yard line to the 14, a gain of 4 on the play. And the Warriors chewing up clock, doing a really, really good job executing on 3rd down and long, Coach. And that's been a big difference, too. Underrated, one of the good things we've seen tonight is their ability to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, that's correct. I got to give a lot of credit to Matawatia because there have been times where he could go deep with the football talks, but he's just taking what the defense is giving him. I mean, if his halfbacks are going out for these small routes, give him the football.
Hunt, once again, up the middle. He's going to get close. He's going to be about 2 yards short at the 10-yard line. But, yeah, back to your point, Coach. Yeah, Matawatia, I mean, I will even say on his balls that he has that have been incomplete, he's been on the money with his throws. And drop passes have hurt him. Like this, he could have a ton of yards had it not be for a couple drop passes. But, yeah, I agree with you, man. He's looked a lot better tonight and really showcasing what he can do.
Right.
And on cue, there's Matawatia. He's pushing forward. He's going to get in. Matawatia on cue. Touchdown, Warriors. 10-yard touchdown run by Nick Matawatia.
And there's Matawatia showcasing both the running game and passing on that drive. I mean, that drive was full Matawatia.
He drug that defender. He got stopped about the 3-yard line and pushed forward to the goal line. What a play there. Nick Matawatia. Man, I'm glad to see him. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be the team to let him go.
I don't I don't think that's a great decision either, but I'm glad he's on our side.
I'm glad he's on our side. My goodness, a good drive for the Warriors. Injured Garces Ram on the field. Warriors go up by 14 now. I mean, I'm curious what they're going to do here. A lot of time to think about this. You go for 2 here and make it a 16-point game. That's a huge momentum blow because basically you're playing with house money. You're assuming that like if you get 2, now they got to score and get 2-point conversions. Like I could see the Warriors going heavy here, running 3 running backs and getting big and plowing through with maybe an Abercrombie or a Murguia here out of the backfield. That's my prediction.
Oh, yeah, I hear that point because you got nothing to lose, right? Up 14. Yeah, I can see that. Glad to see the Garces player up and walking off the field. I mean, that's their 4th guy that's been injured so far, Togs.
So, as on cue, Metawati and Murguia in the back.
Wow.
I swear, I'm not in the place that I'm not in coach's headset. I promise you that. But here they go. They're going to go three running backs: Abercrombie, C.J. Hunt, and Murguia. Metawati is going to hand off, and it's going to be play action. Oh, he gets out of it. He scrambles. He's throwing the ball deep, and that ball's going to be incomplete. So, good play by the Garces defense of getting to the quarterback there. And Righetti does not convert the 2-point conversion, so it'll be 35-21. Warriors up by 14 with 9:46 left to play. I called the formation. I didn't call the play. It was a passing play. It was play action. So, yeah.
That's pretty good. Calling out, yeah, there's going to be 3 running backs in the backfield. Okay, sure. And right on cue. All right. Yeah, I think you've watched some film this year, Togs. I think that's what that's.
You know what? I got to do my prep. I tell you what, I do watch film. For all of those wondering, I'm on the Huddle account. I watch the film. I like to do it. It's obviously super fun. A lot of time goes into it, Coach. But I love it. This is a blast for me, man.
Yeah.
I love being up here with you. It's so fun.
It's a great time, and it's so fun when you get the chance to call such a good football team too, like the Righetti Warriors have been this season.
The crazy thing is we've done this for how many years? I don't even know. It's our 3rd or 4th year, and as that kick goes out to about the 10-yard line, and it's going to roll, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 35. But Coach, for first couple of years we did this, I don't think we had a winning game until the end of last year. This year we've tripled that. Or
right.
So the result holds. So it's fun. To see this kind of turnaround for the Warriors. And just seeing like a kind of high octane offense, which is definitely something that we're not necessarily accustomed to seeing. And obviously you be here long enough, watch enough football and been here 10 years. Like you go through phases and you go through players, and it's crazy to see. But it's definitely a fun offense to watch. I really enjoy it. Gonzalez's pass is going to be deep. That ball is intended and incomplete. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah.
That is, there's a no doubt about that one. That's Andy Gonzalez, and just had his hands too much on him. Number 13, Emmanuel Martinez, tried to come back for that play. And, yeah, that one I'll agree with the officials, Coach. That was definitely PI.
Most definitely. Way before the ball even got there. I mean, drag him down. That's a safe call there.
But that's been the biggest play for the Garces Ram offense tonight has been the deep pass penalty. It's got to be 4 or 5 times they've gotten a first down or a flag on a deep ball.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. That's what's totally hurt the Warriors tonight.
Gonzalez drops back. He's going to throw right. That pass is complete. That is Jesse Rivas. And Rivas is brought down by Abercrombie. after a gain of about 7.
Pass is complete to Rivas. Gain 7 for Garces.
So 2nd down and 4. Garces from the right hash. Like to run left side of the field and the wide side here. There it goes, left side of the field, and that's brought down Nathan Montano. Good play there by Nathan Montano. And he makes a good play. Another player going both ways in spurts tonight. Good job there by the Warriors. Big 5-1.
Wow, Montano shot out of a cannon from the three-point stance on that one.
You see that long flowing hair by Montano, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah, that's right.
Third down and long. Call it about 7. Dropping back, Gonzalez. Pass is good play there by the defensive back. That is Reynoso, who timed his break perfectly, jumped the route and knocked that pass out of the arms of the receiver. So it'll be 4th down, and I mean, we still got 8:11 on the clock, Coach, but you got to think that Garces needs this one if they have any aspirations of winning this game.
Garces needs it. I mean, 8 minutes to go. I don't see them having too many chances left. Got to pick this up on 4th and long.
So 4th and long for Garces. They're going to go 4 wide. Look to them to run deep. Dropping back, rolling to the right, and nobody's there. Good pressure in the backfield caused that throw to be early. Warriors defense gets them off the field, and a turnover on downs, and a huge play right there for the Warriors.
That's it. I mean, you have multiple Warriors in the backfield, pressuring Gonzalez, having to get the ball out quickly. Nothing to even set up downfield. I mean, that's a type of play where you need some time as a quarterback. And if you don't roll out and try and make a play happen downfield.
It was number 20, Wayne Beatty, was the closest, and they ran streaks down the sideline, and that throw just couldn't get there. He was off his back foot. So Murguia is going to be at quarterback, and now Warriors looking for the knockout blow. There goes Amba. Amba inside the 35, a first down for the Warriors, and the Warriors really wearing down Garces tonight, and they're about ready to throw the haymaker, Coach.
Yeah, and you got to like how even the Warriors, with all of their penalties that they've committed tonight, they're still sticking to their game plan, and it hasn't really affected them completely on offense. They're still able to sustain drives with either quarterback in the game, too. That is so impressive.
Going to go heavy set here. They're going to crowd the box. They're going to hand it to Amba, and Amba doesn't get anything. Maybe a yard on the play, but a little heavier set there for the Warriors, a little change of pace, and a good job there by Garces' defense. But, yeah, you just feel like, Coach, the way this has gone in the second half, the time of possession has been in favor of the Warriors, and you feel like there's just the body blow, and you're about ready to throw that uppercut and put this game away.
Right, just like Mike Tyson back in the day.
Hey. Hey, back in the day, isn't he supposed to fight soon?
Oh, man, he is.
Magana, no, it's going to be Murguia. Murguia driving someone forward. He's going to get near the sticks. It'll be probably about a gain of 9. It'll be a yard short. So Gilbert Murguia, a good run there. A timeout on the field. No, it's going to be an injury timeout. Who is down? Oh, that's going to be the Warriors. That's going to be Murguia, I believe. He kind of got tackled from behind. Kind of got rolled up on. And he's in some pain. Gosh, dang it. No. You hate to see it, Coach. I mean, Gilbert Murguia and Nick Matawatia, both the two-headed monster for this Warrior offense at the quarterback position. He got drugged down from behind. It was one of those weird plays. I don't know what happened, but oof.
Right, he may have gotten rolled up on by a defender. Yeah, to that point, I mean, it's such a weapon for this Warriors offense to have 2 QBs where it just, for me, it's tough to see it functioning as well as it really does.
Yeah.
I mean, to have the rhythm to go back and forth in the game, that's a good sign to see Murguia back up.
All right, Gilbert
Murguia
hops up. He is limping a little bit, but he's walking to the side on his own power. And the crowd, obviously, a fan favorite. I mean, you love Gilbert. He's done a great job this year. Senior, one of the undoubted leaders on this team. Just, got a great relationship with his offensive line and this whole team, and you hope he gets back out there. Luckily, Coach, they got a bye week next week, and so hopefully, it's nothing serious. Matauatia dropping back. Matauatia is going to throw it left. A good ball. That ball is caught. That ball is caught. Wow. Is that Magana? It is. He went up into double coverage and brought that down, Luis Magana, with a dot from Nick Matauatia.
That is so impressive in traffic like that for Magana to haul that ball in. I mean, that was some serious coverage on that play too.
That throw is just, hey, here you go. I trust you. Go catch it. And Magana comes down, and he's looked great tonight, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Timely plays.
Abercrombie in the backfield. Big Vance powers forward. Big Vance is going to get in. Vance Abercrombie with the touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run, and the Warriors with the knockout blow.
Yeah, Vance Abercrombie trying to seal the game up with a good run up the middle. Powerful back.
I got to say, Vance is, the starting middle linebacker on the team. I was talking with him before the game. He doesn't get a whole lot of touches out of the backfield, but he's a proven runner. And I think he's just even fresher when you got C.J. Hunt and Braden Amba, who's both looked very good tonight. You can throw a fresh Vance in the goal line situation. Yeah, good luck other teams trying to stop that. Fade pass, jumping ball, and that's going to be incomplete. I don't think it's caught. Fade pass, try to the right side, and it'll be, I think that was intended for Cameron Walker. So 6:10 left in the ball game. Warriors lead 41-21. Coach, somebody asked me what I thought the score of the game to be tonight, and I said I'm going to say Warriors minus 21.5. I mean, I'm just upset at these 2-point conversions, man. I would have taken if they would have covered.
Yeah,
that's just me. What I know anything. I just said minus 21.5.
Are you a bookie for Vegas or what? I mean, that is spot on.
If high school football is ever legalized to bet on, which highly doubtful. You never know the state of NIL money these days. See Las Vegas UNLV quarterback.
Right,
it's that story.
Right.
Anyways, regardless of that, 6:10. Andy Gonzalez to kick. Gonzalez bounces to the 10-yard line, and that's going to be fielded, actually. That's Mbb. So BB back on the field, and he goes out of bounds to the 12-yard line. Kind of the perfect kick there, Coach. Just died in one more roll, it's out of bounds at the 35, and it doesn't. And now they're at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's an interesting plan there to ride that line down the sideline. But it worked that time.
So Garces with the ball and needing some points quickly. They trail by 20. Sam Gonzalez dropping back, looking to the left side. He gets hit hard, but that ball is complete. That's Rivas, but Harris is on him quickly. Warriors are bringing some pressure and got to him, but he got that throw off just in time.
Ooh. Vance Abercrombie there on the blitz. Man, what a hit on Gonzalez.
Yeah, it's been all Warriors, Coach. I mean, the Bakers with Garces, made this a close game, made it a one-score game, but really, after getting up to a 14-7 lead, Garces, it's been really all Warriors. I mean, they've been outscored, what was that, 34 to 7 in the last, 2.5 quarters or so. So, I mean, it just, I don't know. It feels like the Warriors have had all the momentum, but it was a lot closer than, the 20-point lead now.
Yeah, I think so. Warriors totally found something with that defense too
Yes.
in the first quarter. By the end of the first quarter, I mean, Coach Blake found something, and he has stuck with it. And the D linemen have shown up ever since.
Coach, you brought up a good point, Coach Blake, but we talked about this earlier, like complete new kind of overhaul of coaches for Coach Pickett this year, and a lot of young guys, Coach, you went to school with some of these guys,
Right.
and just have done a really good job, kind of building this program, and it's fun to see, a lot of youth on the sidelines for the Warrior coaching staff, and maybe talk a little bit about your experience with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see a new coaching staff come in here and already have success. I mean, you have a few of the coaches that I know, Luke Wilson, who was a tremendous, maybe the best wrestler in Righetti's history, as our only state champ in Righetti history. I mean, incredible athlete that he was. I mean, to have him as a Righetti wrestling coach and football coach, such a special guy to have on your squad. And then also Isaiah Finley, who was a 2018 graduate, same year as I was. He was a tremendous wrestler as well, a CIF champ.
Pass is complete, but making the play was Dilly. He falls down in the play, so be a loss of about 6. But keep going, Coach. I mean, you know a lot of these guys, and some better than I do.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, those two guys for sure that stand out to this coaching squad. But, I mean, for them to bring their experience, and I know that these guys, their mindsets and stuff, just being around them in sports, I mean, it really rubs off on these players. And so I think they're great pieces to have on this team, and kudos to the coaching staff.
Yeah, they've done a really, really good job this year as the punt goes off, and that's going to be fielded about the 50-yard line. And that'll be Thomas Harris. So we should see, I would believe, probably some twos getting out there on the field tonight. But, to your point, to wrap up with the coaching staff, Coach has a list of coaches here: Doug May, David Tagliari, Isaiah Finley, Jacob Ontok, Jamie Perez, Jordan Pagan, Luke Wilson, Matt Harris, Sam Taylor, Vincent Garcia. Coach Bronson does a good job with these guys in the weight room on campus. Ashley Lachey is the director of football operations. She's done a really good job. She's always helpful in everything, but just a big team effort, really. And it's cool to see. It really, like I said, it's cool to be around the lower level coaches. Just everybody's so friendly. Really appreciate that. But kudos to these guys tonight. Like what I saw before the game is how they were always going to react to this AG loss. It started off slow and sluggish. It wasn't pretty, but this game got close. It kind of showed who they were, and they turned it around and put this game out of hand. Matawatia dropping back. Matawatia, he falls forward, and he goes down. I think it was a fumble on the play. Was it a fumble on the play? No, it was not. No, it wasn't. I just looked at Garces' reaction, but kudos to this group of guys as players to show a little bit of adversity, and I'm excited. Next week's the bye week, and then coming out of the bye week, home against San Luis Obispo, which arguably is going to be the best team they're going to see in their league play, and it's really going to be for the league title right here at our place in 2 weeks. And I mean, it's not, but it's a huge important game. It's going to have league title magnifications. So, Coach, are you looking forward to that game against Slow?
Yeah, I mean, the way that Righetti is rolling through this season, and to have that be pretty much the premier matchup of our league, that's going to be a real fun one. And I think the Warriors can really take a lot of things away, good and bad, what to fix in practice with the penalty issues, but also, like in the film room sessions, to go over some of this good stuff too. I mean, creating turnovers on defense.
Matawatia rushes there for about 10. Again, another great play by Nick Matawatia. Coach, for me, he's been the guy for me, and today he's done a great job. And I talked to Coach a little bit yesterday about the bye week, what's that going to look like. And they're going to take some time off. They're a little banged up. They want to get healthy. They're going to go to some film. They're going to have some light practices early in the week. They're going to do kind of an NCAA Twitter huddle day where they're going to get their huddle highlights. Anybody that's interested in maybe playing at the next level is going to get that stuff together in the next couple days, early next week. They're going to play. They're going to have a little offensive day on Wednesday, or defense Tuesday, offense Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday he's going to give them off. And then they're going to be back at it for the week against San Luis. So really kind of an opportune bye week time. You have your first half of the season, your 6 games, and then you go into your final 4. hopefully as well rested as you can. I know they're going to recover from injury. I know they got some guys, Jesse Gomez-Cuevas, tight end, who's going to come back probably after the break. Hopefully Gilbert's not too shook up. He's okay. But definitely looking forward to getting some guys back from injury after the bye weeks. Third down here and 3 for the Warriors. This run is going to be to number 21. That's Keegan Brennan. He'll get a carry here, the junior running back. No gain. It'll be 4th down. 1:23. Coach, got to ask, as we wrap things up, 1:19 left to play. Warriors have this in hand. Player of the game tonight for you.
All right. Player of the game. Well, I'm going to have to go with Nick Matawatia tonight. Just the overall confidence the kid seemed to have tonight. Running, passing. I mean, he showed off his legs, which we haven't seen too much of this year. Usually that's Murguia's thing as the quarterback. But I think Matawatia just had full control of this offense tonight.
I think the Warriors are going to try to kick a field goal. They are delay of game penalty. David was going to get a try here from 42 out into the wind. We'll see if they make it 47. I doubt they do it now. I bet they're going to just try to, throw something deep or, try to get 4th down. Who knows? Maybe they'll try to punt it. But, Coach, I agree with you. I got to say, great job. I want to say, I look at the stat sheet, Braden Amma got in the end zone. C.J. Hunt got in the end zone. Lise Magana got in the end zone. Caden Veeker got his first touchdown and got in the end zone. Nick Matawatia got in the end zone. Vance Abercrombie got in the end zone. I think that's like 7 different players.
Yeah, it's been a full array of the offense.
But that's kind of this team, Coach. I mean, you don't see it from one specific guy. It's a complement of Warriors that are playing together and next man up. And that's kind of the offense. Exploit the matchups, find it. It doesn't matter who it is, but find the open person.
Right, that's what's great. When you look to point out one player and say, well, who can be the player of the game? You got to think of, up and down this roster, really, even with the defense, too. The defensive line showing out. You got Sion Sakos making plays. There were some big plays that were called back on penalties, like Reynoso could have been pick 6. And you have Thomas Harris making plays out here, too.
So 4th down, the Warriors are going to run a kind of a wide receiver run to the left side with Harris. And Harris gets to the 30. It'll be a turnover on downs. 35.9 seconds left to play. Just like I said, looking at the schedule for the Warriors, next week's a bye week. 2 weeks from tonight at 7 o'clock, we'll have that game here against San Luis Obispo. And then, that's the start of league. That's the Sunset League. It's going to be a real tough league. Even teams. Warriors right now on paper look like the best team in league, but you never really know until you actually play. Then after they have at Atascadero, always going to be tough. Just Righetti teams historically don't necessarily play well north of the grade. We see that in baseball all the time. It's just a hard, for whatever reason, it's just tough to go play up there. On grass, too, which is something they're not used to a whole lot. Then they have at Pioneer Valley. So 2 road games, and then to conclude the season back here against San Ynez. So there's your schedule for the Warriors. For this Garces team, their schedule's tough. Centennial, Stockdale Frontier, Liberty, Bakersfield Christian. 0-4, 0-5 now tonight. Might end up being
wow.
They needed to win tonight and they didn't get it. They played hard. Give them some credit, Coach.
Yes.
They did play hard. They were, obviously behind the 8 ball with injuries, and I get that, but that's tough. They're going to throw a deep pass and just going to expire the clock here. So I believe that's Isaiah Mendez who makes the play. There is a penalty marker on the play, however. So I don't know if this is going to be the end of the game. We'll see. I think they're going to decline it. So, final score, Righetti Warriors 41, Garces 21. The Warriors a big win tonight to improve to 5-1 on the season. Garces falls to 0-5. A bye week next week. 2 weeks, we'll be back right here for you on Righetti Sports Network. Hit that subscribe button for you so you get notified when we go live. Also, if you can hit that like button, we appreciate you watching. We really, from wherever you are, appreciate you watching. Coach, final thoughts tonight?
Yeah, for me, Garces was a good football team that came in and played physical against these Warriors. Gave them a good matchup to go into league, with a solid opponent that you just played and go, okay, we have a lot of things to look at on the film. There's positives, but there's plenty of negatives that we can work out too. But I think you just, for the bye week, you rest your guys, get everyone healthy, ready to go, fired up for the league. And they got plenty of momentum behind them.
100% agree, Coach. They're going to definitely be working on some things next week, but overall, obviously very pleased to see this Warrior start, rolling into League 5-1, scoring some points. I love to see it. We really, really do. Final score, Righetti 41, Garces 21. The Warriors improved to 5-1. From all of us here at Righetti High School, alongside my partner, Wesson Hamill, our scorekeeper, Alejandro Hernandez, who's doing our camera as well. My name's Kyle Tognazini, signing off from Orcutt. Wishing you a very pleasant good evening. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. And we'll see you back here in 2 weeks, guys. Good night.